Welcome into KDSJ-TV's coverage of the 2026 South Dakota VFW Alpha Varsity Legion State Tournament, live from the center of the nation in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. Thank you, everyone joining in the Northern Hills and across the state to KDSJ-TV on YouTube and also on Facebook at Black Hills Gold Hits KDSJ. As 6 Legion teams enter the center of the nation, one will be crowned champion, and we get started with 6 games today here on a cooler Friday. Cool as in 91 degrees for a high, but here in the Northern Hills, that is classified as cool with 100-degree weather for pretty much this past week. And we get started with game number 1 with the Mobridge Crusaders taking on Warner Ipswich Northwestern Gators here on KDSJ-TV. In our Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, it's Clayson Davis, and also joining me for this year's state tournament, a South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year, the voice of the Black Hills State University Yellow Jackets, and there's not a lot of room on his trophy shelf as far as awards go. Right. It's Steve Ammerman joining us in our Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Steve, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to join you. I was just watching you guys last week, my favorite broadcast team of you and Paul James, and it's a pleasure to join you. Thanks for asking me to do the games this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for joining us here this week. Also running the camera, the main camera, Haley Treasure from KDSJ Sports as well. Thank you, Haley. And full crew, full day lined up for this year's South Dakota VFW State Tournament. Getting started a little bit early for game number 1. Again, this is between the Mobridge Crusaders and the Warner Ipswich Northwestern Gators. And 6 games on the schedule for today. First one getting started here in a few minutes. And then next up we'll have M.V.P. and Belle Fourche. Games 3 and 4 on Session 2 on KDSJ Sports will be West Central and Wynn at 2 o'clock. At 3:30, Belle Fourche and M.V.P., I believe. I don't know if my schedule is correct, but and then 2 more games at 5 o'clock and 6:30.
Yeah, so everybody plays twice today.
Yes.
It's pool play, and one interesting thing, these games could go quick. They're 5-inning games today, so everybody will play twice in pool play, and actually there are 2 pools, battalion and company, and 3 teams in each pool. In the battalion pool, it's the Wynn Gators, Mobridge Crusaders, and West Central. And in the company pool, the M.V.P. Titans, the Area Dinos, and the Belle Fourche Bronx. So the best records after this first day, they'll seed them 1 through 3 on each side, and then we go into Elimination Day tomorrow.
So this first day, having everyone feel out one another. Again, each team plays twice. And welcome into our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to first pitch. It's being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair with locations in Spearfish and in Sturgis. The Black Hills home team for collision repairs at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish and off exit 32 at Junction Avenue in Sturgis. As we're here in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, the official sports medicine provider to several teams in the Black Hills and in Northeast Wyoming. Starting off on the mound for Mobridge, they are the home team this contest versus the Wynn Gators. And I believe we might have enough time for some starting lineups. Sure. Being brought to you by Dana Dental Arts in Spearfish. Let our family care for your family. Steve, I believe you have the latest.
Okay, offensively for the Wynn Gators, their lineup today, Cash Barr. That's going to be our favorite name in the tournament this weekend. Cash Barr. He leads off and plays center field. Mac Hines is the pitcher today for the Gators. He bats second. Alec Mickelson bats third, plays third base. Lincoln Kroll is the first baseman. He'll bat cleanup. Logan Fischbach is the left fielder. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth is Chase Mansfield, the catcher. Beckett Halverson bats seventh and plays second base. Quinn Hiddle is the right fielder, bats eighth, and Brevin Pitts is the shortstop. He bats ninth, and we're ready to go. Pitching today for the Mobridge Crusaders is Truth Crowghost, and he's a right-hander. And the leadoff hitter is Cash Barr, and he'll be starting in center field today. So our first pitch of this year's State Teener Baseball Tournament is a little high. And over the plate for ball one. It's been a while since I've done a ball game. This is interesting. Both teams wearing blue uniforms, dark blue for Mobridge with the gray pants, and the Win Gators with those powder blue tops, white pants, swing and a miss on an outside pitch. And the count will even out 1-1 on Cash Barr leading off the first inning for the Win Gators. Warner Ipswich Northwestern. And here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is over for a strike. I believe John Woodcraft, I'm sorry, is the umpire behind the plate today. Greg Warren, the umpire and chief for this tournament. And the count now 1-2 to Chris Barr leading off the ball game, or Cash Barr, and he'll swing and miss, and down he goes. So very efficient first batter for Kroghost as he strikes him out, and that'll bring up the number 2 hitter in the order. That's the pitcher today for the Win Gators, Mac Hines, big right-handed batter. No wind today. It's supposed to be sunny, but we've got the haze from the wildfires making it hazy today. There's a called strike on the inside corner to Hines, and the count is 0-1. So very good start for Ghost on the by Kroghost here to start the game. His second pitch is swung on and fouled back on the left-hand side, and the count now 0-2.
It's a very good start on the mound for Win.
So Kroghost has jumped out ahead 0-2 on the second batter after striking out the leadoff hitter. And here's the 0-2 pitch, nifty outside corner, strike 3. So he has thrown very few pitches here and has recorded 2 quick strikeouts.
Take a look at that last pitch in our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay with locations in Spearfish and in Rapid City. And just straight fastball right over the top of the plate. And 2 batters faced, 2 strikeouts. Brings up the number 3 hitter.
And that would be Alec Mickelson, the third baseman. He'll take a pitch low and outside for ball 1. So Kroghost has done a great job of getting ahead of the hitter. It's 1-0 here, though, to Mickelson. Here's the next pitch. Looks like a curveball drops in for a strike. That'll even out at 1-1. That was a nice pitch.
It's a wicked pitch there on that inside corner. And Kroghost, again, has been phenomenal here in the early goings.
So the 1-1 pitch with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the first is hit up towards the middle, fielded by the shortstop near second base, flips to first, and that will put an end to the first inning. 1-2-3. Nice play by the shortstop, Andrew Ulmer, and no score after a half inning. And we'll be back with more from the South Dakota State VFW Teener Baseball Tournament in Belle Fourche after this timeout.
Benders to deer crossings, it's just part of life. When it happens, take it to Jake's Collision Repair with 2 locations in Sturgis and Spearfish. Locally owned and serving the Black Hills for over 15 years, Jake's delivers top quality repairs using state-of-the-art equipment, advanced training, and eco-friendly paint systems. Their technicians are ICAR and PPG certified, and they work with any insurance company. So when collisions happen, and they will, choose Jake's Collision Repair.
Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedics to find out more.
You see that.
Welcome back to Belle Fourche after a half inning. Very good first inning for Mobridge Crusaders pitcher Truett Kroghost. Just 10 pitches in a 1-2-3 first inning. And the Crusaders will come to bat. They'll be led off today by Brock Bauer, their left fielder. Kyson Goodshield will bat second, playing third base. Mac Saxon the third, the center fielder, batting third. Easton Eisman's the catcher, batting cleanup. Kroghost bats fifth. Kellen Fitzer, the first baseman, batting sixth. Andrew Ulmer is the shortstop, batting seventh. And he was the only guy that touched the ball in the first inning besides the catcher. And the pitcher for Mobridge made that last play to end the first inning. Tyrell Bliley is the designated hitter today, batting eighth. And Wes Arnott is the second baseman, batting ninth. Brady Longbreak is the right fielder today. So the DH for the right fielder is Bliley for Mobridge. Pitcher today for the Win Gators is Mac Hines, big right-hander. The dimensions here in Belle Fourche, 339 to straightaway center, 329 down the left field line, and just 309 down the right field line. And we've got a left-handed batter to lead off the bottom of the first inning for Mobridge, and that will be Brock Bauer, the left fielder. So Bauer will step in. Scoreless game, top of the second inning. Again, these games are 5 innings today.
It's going to go quick.
And we do have some run rules. We'll talk about those here later. And now Bauer leading it off, taking the first pitch high for a ball. Count 1-0. Outfield shading a little bit towards right field. The center fielder is. Actually, the left fielder playing pretty much straightaway left field against the left-handed batter, Brock Bauer. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bauer will take one on the inside corner for a strike. Both pitchers hitting the corners here in the first inning.
If you can camp in those corners, especially those borderline pitches right on the edge of the square, it's going to make it really hard for your batters to make a decision. Do I swing or do I stay?
1-1, ground ball, second base, and it's through into right field for a base hit for Brock Bauer. So Bauer able to get it past the outstretched arms that time of the second baseman, Beckett Halverson, and into right field. And there's our first hit of the game. Comes with the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second inning for Mobridge, and now another left-handed batter coming to the plate, the third baseman, Kyson Goodshield. So our first base runner this afternoon, it's Brock Bauer at first base. And now the pitcher will throw from the stretch. A little pickoff attempt, and he got him at first base. So a pickoff, and Bauer will be taken off the base pass. I think that ball actually short hopped the first baseman. He dug it out and tagged him out. Nice play over at first base by Lincoln Kroll. So one away, and back to the windup goes the pitcher. And here's the first pitch, and as you can hear our mic down there behind home plate, thundering into the backstop.
Oh, it's
for a ball.
Not a thunderstorm.
Although I think some people around here would kind of enjoy a thunderstorm right now, needing the rain.
Yeah.
So the count 1-0. Batting is Kyson Goodshield. And Goodshield will take one inside for a ball, and the count now 2-0. So one out. Bottom of the first inning. No score. Mobridge Crusaders and Warner Ipswich Northwestern, the Gators. Closed stance by the left-handed hitter, and there's a called strike. And the count now is 2-1 on Kyson Goodshield. Again, the outfield pretty much playing Goodshield the way they did Bauer, who led off, a left-handed hitter. Center fielder slightly over to right field. Here's the pitch, and it's high for ball 3. So 3-1 is the count on Kyson Goodshield. Again, their leadoff hitter, Brock Bauer, had a base hit to right field, but was immediately picked on Mac Hines. And now Hines has got a 3-1 count on Goodshield. Saxon the third. Saxon, a right-handed hitter against the right-hander, Mac Hines. Runner at first, that's Goodshield. Now the center fielder pretty much straight away center field, a little shaded towards left field now. Their first right-handed batter of the day for the Crusaders. From the stretch, here's the pitch. It'll hit the outside corner for a called strike. So Mac Saxon the third. With an 0-1 count, pitch, swing and a miss, and an outside pitch.
Swing comes up empty-handed, brings us to an 0-2 count.
And now Hines has jumped out ahead, 0-2. Runner at first, Goodshield gets his lead. Hines takes a look over from the stretch, swing at an outside pitch and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. Big strikeout there for Hines as he's able to get Mac Saxon the third. 2 away now for Mobridge, and that'll bring up the catcher, the cleanup hitter, and that is Easton Eisman. Runner at first takes his lead. Mac Hines from the stretch, first pitch in, and that is a called strike. Both pitchers pretty much throwing strikes here early, except for that walk Hines allowed. Again, Krogost in the first inning for Mobridge, just 10 pitches in a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. Here's a ball slithered towards the right side, and it's going to drop, and they're going to say fair ball. And the runner goes from first to third, and he's in safely. So a little dunker down the right field line, right on the chalk there, and it drops in, and Eisman is able to get a 2-out single, and Goodshield able to go from first to third on the play, and Mobridge now has a runner at first and a runner at third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, looking to take the lead, or in the bottom of the first inning, I should say, and looking to take the lead, and a guy that can help his own cause is the pitcher, Truth Krogost, coming to bat. So Krogost batting with a runner at first and third and 2 outs. First pitch, it's the outside corner taken for a strike, and once again, Mac Hines able to get in front of the hitter, 0-1.
In our square, our strike zone on KDSJ-TV, it is not official, but it helps gives us and your viewers at home a better idea where exactly this zone is. The next pitch on the 0-1 is going to be called for ball 1.
A little high to Krogost. 1-1 count, 2 outs, runners at first and third for Mobridge. Hines takes a look at the runner at first. And the pitch bounces over the catcher's head all the way to the backstop. Here comes the runner from third, and they're going to get him at the plate.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 big plays, a pickoff, and then trying to score on that pitch that got away, bounced over the catcher's head. He hustled back there, and a great job there by the catcher, Chase Mansfield, and they get the out at the plate, and that will put an end to the bottom of the first inning. We are tied at 0 after 1 inning. More from the South Dakota State VFW Teener Baseball Tournament in Belle Fourche right after this timeout on KDSJ-TV.
That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic, Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
And welcome back to Belle Fourche. No score after 1 inning. A threat there in the bottom of the first by Mobridge, but able to get the runner trying to score from third on a wild pitch. And we go to the top of the second. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Burger's Place in Ipswich, South Dakota. Open noon to close. Burger's Place has it all. Drive-up window, video lottery, pool, darts, and more. Visit them at 337 First Avenue in Ipswich. Thank you to Burger's Place for being a sponsor of our broadcast this weekend in Belle Fourche. Also a big thank you to Main Street Insurance in Hartford, South Dakota. Robin Ike at Ike Law Office in Hartford. Dakota Community Bank in Mobridge. CIP Insurance Agency in Mobridge. Gas and Goodies in Mobridge. And Grand Central Station C-Store in Mobridge, helping to bring you all of the action. We'll have all the games for you this weekend here on KDSJ-TV, and this is the first game of the tournament. And no score as we head to the top of the second inning. Leading it off for the Win Gators is the first baseman, Lincoln Kroll, another left-handed hitter. Kroll in the batter's box against Krogost, who threw just 10 pitches in the first inning, and his first pitch is in for a strike here to start the second. That's big. To get a good pitching performance, low pitch count in a tournament. And Krogost has only thrown 11 pitches so far. Here's the 0-1. It's hit to the opposite side to the third baseman. Fielded, and the throw. Did the first baseman keep his bag on the foot? Yes, he did.
It was close, but still able to keep and record the out. The throw from 5-3 over to first baseman for the Mobridge Crusaders, and that is number 44 and Kane Palment. able to keep that foot planted over there at first, make the out, and helping out the pitcher and record a big out number 1.
So 1 away here in the top of the second inning for the Wind Gators. And a called strike on the outside corner to the left fielder, Logan Fischbach. That was a nice stretch, keeping the foot on the bag by Fitzer over there at first base for Mobridge. So 1 away. And Krogost with the 0-1 pitch, a little bit high and outside, and the count will even out at 1-1.
Not a lot of balls thrown by Krogost here in the early goings. It's been dialed in here in the first game of the tournament.
The Gators still looking for their first base runner, still looking for their first hit. And there's a called strike, and the count is 1-2 now on Logan Fischbach. Chase Mansfield, the catcher, will bat next for the Gators. 1 away here in the top of the second, no score. And now Fischbach asks for time. Granted by our home plate umpire, John Whitcraft.
It's our Law on the Diamond. It's being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection.
Krogost from the windup. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Fischbach. That bounces into the plate and over the plate. 6-7 feet in front of home plate. And the count will even out at 2-2. Not sure if he kind of lost his footing there on the delivery. He's kind of looking at the ground there.
I know, talking to Belle Fourche assistant coach Dominic Santiago, they redid the mound from the ground up in preparation for this tournament. So a brand new mound. Redid a lot of the infield. Great looking field here for this year's VFW state tournament.
That 2-2 pitch fouled out of play over on the right side. So the count remains 2-2. To Logan Fischbach. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss. And the ball gets away from the catcher, and the throw down to first, they're not going to get him. It's a strikeout, but he's going to be safe at first base. So Krogost with his 3rd strikeout, but the ball got away from his catcher, and safe at first is Fischbach.
Eastman wasn't able to track it down in time. It's not super far back to the wall, but still having enough composure to try to gather up the wild pitch and make an accurate throw down to first. And Wynn got on the gas and able to get their first base runner of this tournament.
So runner at first and 1 out here in the top of the second inning, and that'll bring up Chase Mansfield, the catcher for the Gators. He'll take a strike. And Krogost just got his, 3rd strikeout, but the ball got away from the catcher, and the batter was safe at first. 0-1 is the count. Krogost from the stretch for the first time today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's smoked to left field. Back goes the left fielder, and making the catch for the Crusaders is Brock Bauer, and that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. That was pretty well hit, but right at Bauer.
Bauer had to backtrack about, 10 or 15 feet or so, and falls right into his glove, keeps the runner planted at first, and with 2 outs, still scoreless, 0-0 here at the top of the second. This will bring up, looking at the wrong.
Beckett Alberson, the second baseman.
Here we go.
Right-handed hitter with a runner at first, 2 outs. There's one hit to center field, and that will be caught out in center field. And that is making the catch Max Saxon, and that will put an end to the top of the second. And it remains 0-0. Mobridge coming to bat next here on KDSJ-TV.
Competitive sport. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
This is a
Welcome back to more coverage of this year's VFW Alpha Legion State Tournament, here live from the center of the nation in Belle Fourche. Clayson Davis, Steve Ammerman on the call for this tournament. Of course, thank you to more of our sponsors for this year's VFW State Tournament, including Beck Law in Ipswich, South Dakota, and also After today's tournament action, stop by Grapp's Burgers and Brews in Belle Fourche. As cool off at Grapp's, we'll have a choice of over 20 different burgers, along with salad, chicken nuggets, and a wide variety of local, domestic, and imported brews, all on tap. Stop in at 518 National Street next to Lynn's Dakota Mart, right here in Belle Fourche.
All right, we head to the bottom of the second inning, and back on the mound, Mac Hines threw 16 pitches in the first half for the Wind Gators. Well, for Wind Gators, maybe a little positive. They hit the last two balls pretty hard after really struggling early against Krogost. But could not play to run, and we remain tied at 0 as we start the bottom of the second inning.
With number 0, Truith Krogost, the pitcher. Of course, he's up to bat again since the last inning ended with a pickoff over at home.
So he'll lead it off, the pitcher, and he'll take a strike, and the count is 0-1. Krogost threw 11 pitches in the second inning. He threw 10 in the first inning, so he's thrown just 21 pitches in the first 2 innings. And again, these games today are 5 innings. Hines from the windup, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Krogost, a big swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Both pitchers getting in front of the hitters here early. Wind, not really a factor today here in Belle Fourche.
No, it is a standstill. None of the trees blowing in the breeze. It's muggy, especially with the haze from the fires happening pretty much everywhere in the nation. And the 0-2 pitch swung on a miss for the first strikeout.
So Hines strikes out Krogost, and there is now one away here in the bottom of the second for Mobridge, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Kellen Fitzer. Fitzer, big right-handed hitter, will step in against Mac Hines, who's looked pretty good on the mound. He picked off a runner in the first inning, and then to end the first inning, Krogost batting when the runner tried to score on a wild pitch was out at home plate. And there's a swing and a miss at a fastball inside corner. And the count is 0-1. And once again, Hines jumps out in front of the hitter.
Such an advantage when you're able to start, especially after a long road trip, state tournament, round-robin action, able to find your spots early. Of course, right, when I say that, Hines outside and bounces against the backstop for ball 1.
That one bounced in the batter's box of the left-handed-sided hitter there. And the count now 1-1. Hines from the windup, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And here's the pitch. That's hit the opposite way and out of play on the right side by Fitzer, and the count now 1-2. First of 6 games today in Belle Fourche. Our second game coming up at 12:30, the Belle Fourche Bronx against M.V.P. Titans, Mount Vernon Plankinton. Here's the wind, and Hines' 1-2 pitch to Fitzer. That's bounced towards the hole and into left field. And the Crusaders have a 1-out hit here in the bottom of the second. So a base hit by Fitzer. He's aboard, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Andrew Ulmer.
Now, Mobridge, they've been able to make contact with a few of Hines' pitches here in the early goings. They had runners at first and third last inning in the first, but again, a pickoff at home keeps it scoreless. But Mobridge has been able to find a few balls from Hines.
Hines will pitch from the stretch. The first pitch outside for ball 1.
First one going to be coming in for ball 1.
So Andrew Ulmer batting with Kellen Fitzer at first base. Ulmer, a right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher Hines, and his pitch hits the outside corner for a called strike, and the count evens out at 1-1.
Right on the line. A good spot, that outside corner. Again, if you can live in that spot, really not just for the entire day, but for the entire tournament, really puts pressures on your batters. And tried it again, and this time misses just to the outside for 2-1.
2-1 count, 1 out, 1 on.
Ulmer takes a look down at the third base coach. Runner at first, 1 out for Mobridge, no score. Bottom of the second, and a throw over to first again. That kind of short hops the first baseman and puts the tag on, but the runner is safe at first. Lincoln Kroll's done a good job of digging the balls out of the dirt on those throws over to first. They picked off a runner in the first inning. Counts 2-1. Ulmer awaits the pitch, and that'll be a called strike. And the count even out at 2-2.
And this time, Hines Instead of going to the outside, just threw right over top of the plate.
Fitzer will get his lead from first on a 2-2 to Ulmer. And that is outside for a ball, and the count now full at 3-2. Mobridge a chance to get something going here. They had something going actually in the first inning, too. They had runners at first and third with 2 outs, but could not score. When that wild pitch got away, they were able to get the runner at the plate for the final out of the inning. And now they've got a runner at first and 1 out here in the second. Here's a pitch. Checks, and is high for a ball. And Ulmer's aboard, and runners at first and second now for Mobridge with 1 out.
Let's take a look at that pitch in our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. Again, the square on KDSJ-TV unofficial, but yeah, just a bit high right on the line.
And that'll bring up the designated hitter today for Mobridge. It's Tyrell Bliley, and he's got a chance here to drive in a run. Got a runner at second base, runner in scoring position, also a runner at first. Bliley, a right-handed batter, first pitch, he'll swing, might have foul-tipped that, caught by the catcher, and then strike 1. So Hines gets ahead in the count here, 0-1. Runners at first and second. And there's just 1 out here in the bottom of the second for Mobridge in a scoreless game. Here's the 0-1, a little upstairs, and the count evens out at 1-1. So Tyrell Bliley, the DH, will be followed by the second baseman, Wes Arnott. And Hines from the stretch. 1-1 pitch. Hit high and foul and right over top of us and out of play, in the count now 1-2. So Hines would love a strikeout here with a 1-2 count, or possible double play ball. Runners again at first and second. 1 away. Hines to Bliley, and Bliley fouls that one back to the screen, and the count remains 1-2. Bliley back in the box. Hines again, checks in for a sign, takes a look at the runner at second. And the 1-2 pitch is hit towards the third baseman. He'll grab it, step on the bag, the throw across to first, and it's a double play. Nice play there, hit right at the third baseman, and able to step on the bag and throw to first was Alec Mickelson, and that will put an end to the bottom of the second inning. We are still scoreless. The Mobridge Crusaders and the Wynn Gators back with the third inning right after this timeout on Black Hills, or on KDSJ-TV.
Just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
From soccer tournaments.
Welcome back to Belle Fourche. Heading to the third inning. Wynn Gators and the Mobridge Crusaders. No score. Big double play to end the inning for the Gators. And they'll lead it off with Quinn Hittle with the name of Hittle. Got a feeling he gets some hits. He'll lead it off here.
Got to with the last name like Hittle.
And very good on the mound so far today. Trueth Ghost for Mobridge, and he'll throw the first pitch over the plate on the outside corner for a strike. That was just the 22nd pitch thrown today by Ghost.
He has not had a busy day and works quickly on the mound too, so batter's got to be ready, and an early swing and a miss for strike 2.
Now Hittle is behind in the count, 0-2. See what Ghost does. That 0-2 count will bring him the gas here. Here's the pitch. Bounces one in for a ball, and the count 1-2. Today's game brought to you in part by Fall City Construction in Humboldt, South Dakota. If the unexpected has happened and you need fire or water restoration or a remodeling project, contact Falls City Construction, 605-838-708. There's another one, back to the backstop. Or check them out on Facebook. That's Falls City Construction in Humboldt. Thank you to them for bringing you this weekend's tournament. Well, the count's now evened out at 2-2.
And Krogos has gone to that outside a few times. He's trying to go outside and low, see if he goes over the plate. He does. Got him for strike 3.
Another strikeout for Krogos.
It's like that's his 4th or 5th already today.
He had one strikeout, and the runner was able to reach first as the ball got away from the catcher last inning. So that'll bring up the number 9 hitter in the Wind Gator lineup, Brevin Pitts. He's their shortstop. So Brevin Pitts will bat with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the 3rd inning. Again, 5-inning games. And Krogos from the windup and misses outside for a ball. Krogos takes a look in for the sign. Here's the 1-0, and he just brings gas, swing and a miss. Right down the middle, 1-1 is the count.
He has very good speed, great control. He's had a really good showing on the mound here in game number 1.
Behind the plate this afternoon is Easton Eisman for Mobridge. Gives Krogos the signal on a 1-1 pitch. And here's the pitch, bounce towards the second baseman, comes up with it, flips it to first for the out, and that is 2 away. Hit right at the second baseman, Wes Arnott. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning for the Gators, and that'll take us back to the top of the order, and Cash Barr, the center fielder.
I mean, you talk about Krogos on the mound, who's been phenomenal, but the rest of the Mobridge defense has been also pretty clean as well, minus a dropped 3rd strike. They got a base runner on last inning, but aside from that, whenever Wynn's been able to make contact, I mean, the rest of the defense has been right there to make the play.
That pitch hits the backstop for ball 1. Barr, his first time up, struck out. One of 4 strikeouts today so far for Krogos. 2 away, 1-0 pitch, and Barr will swing and a miss, and the count is even 1-1.
Another fastball right over top of the plate for Krogos.
And he's ready to go now with the 1-1 pitch and 2 outs and nobody on. That's a little high and inside for a ball. Count 2-1.
Hasn't gone inside too many times in the early going. Has been camping on that outside corner, using the entire height of the square. This time he goes inside. Where does he go now?
Swing and a miss. And the count now evens out at 2-2. Again, the Gators still looking for their first hit of the day. Krogos with the 4 strikeouts and a 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. And there's a swing and a miss, and down goes Cash Barr, and that will put an end to the top of the 3rd inning for the Wind Gators. We are still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 3rd here on KDSJ-TV.
Trips, there's a lot your family needs to bring along. At Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, we've got the space to carry it all, and then some. Meet the lineup built for real life. The versatile Chrysler Pacifica, the powerful Dodge Durango, the refined Jeep Grand Cherokee, and the premium Jeep Wagoneer. Whether it's gear, groceries, or the entire family, these vehicles are ready for every adventure. Find the one that fits your family best at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson and Spearfish.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Welcome back to Belle Fourche, coverage of the South Dakota State VFW Teener Baseball Tournament, brought to you by Waring Motors in Belle Fourche, Pete's Clothing, Hodge Bootery in Belle Fourche, American Colloid Company in Belle and Colony, Wyoming, and 212 Trucking and Repair in Clark, South Dakota. Also today's broadcast brought to you by ET Sports in Belle. Something big is coming to ET Sports. Keep your eyes and ears open. so you are in the know. ET Sports, your Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, and bad dealer in the area. Remember, my family serving your family since 1964. ET Sports, South Highway 85 in Belle Fourche. Back to the mound here in the third inning for the Win Gators is Mac Hines. Hines has thrown 34 pitches. And he will face the leadoff hitter here for Mobridge in the bottom of the third, and that is their number 9 hitter, Wes Arnott, the second baseman. Hines' first pitch is over for a strike. Both pitchers throwing strikes. In a 5-inning game, we're already in the bottom of the third. No score. Arnott with an 0-1 count. And that will clip the outside corner for a called strike. And Hines again gets in front of the hitter at 0-2. Arnott, a right-handed batter, steps in. Down in the count here, 0-2. And here's Hines' pitch. Comes inside and fouling it off. It might hit his hand there. Yeah, right hand as he fouled that off. But stays alive. And Arnott in a little pain.
Probably doesn't feel great taking a fastball off the knuckles.
And the count remains 0-2. Hines looks in for the sign, and here comes the 0-2 to Arnott. Arnott fouls that one off, and he stays alive. So he fouled one off his hands, and now fouls this one back, and he's hanging tough there at 0-2.
Staying alive, Mobridge, the last 2 innings have gotten 2 on both times. But Wynn's been able to buckle down.
All right, here's the 0-2. And that's lined to the second baseman for an out. Soft liner to the second baseman. That is fielded by Beckett Halverson, and that's the first out of the bottom of the third inning.
Halverson had to shuffle maybe about a foot in order to track it down. Easy play made over at second. That's out number 1. Both defenses, it's been a pitching duel, and then both defenses for both teams been able to buckle down as well.
And that'll bring up Brock Bauer, the leadoff hitter, and strike 1 to him.
2 hits for Mobridge, none for Wynn, as we're already in the third inning in a 5-inning scheduled contest.
Bauer, a left-handed hitter, 0 for 1 today, takes the pitch for a ball, and the count is even at 1-1. Not a lot of base runners. Actually, the Wynn Gators have had quite a few here in the ballgame so far.
I think they've had 3 or 4 total. And the same for Mobridge.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. He clipped the inside corner. Yes, he did. And the count is 1-2. Both pitchers doing a nice job of hitting their spots here this afternoon. And once again, Hines in front of the hitter at 1-2. The left fielder, Brock Bauer, 0 for 1 today. And now the 1-2 offering. And he'll hit that towards left field. Left fielder a couple of steps in, couple of steps back, and making the catch in left field is Fischbach for the Gators. He came in quickly, and then he had to backpedal a couple of steps, but makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
A little bit of a breeze that's starting to pick up here at the center of the nation Sportsplex, blowing back into the face of the batter, so might have maybe caught the ball up in the air a little bit, but still nonetheless, easy play made over at left.
Goodshield will bat. He walked his first time up, but was picked off right after that. And he'll take a strike on the inside corner, and the count of 1-1. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, scoreless. And Hines ahead of the hitter again. Another left-handed batter. Goodshield playing third base today.
Another
change up there and missed with it, and the count will even out at 1-1.
2 outs, no on.
Goodshield was tempted to swing on that pitch. And Hines, now the 1-1 pitch and 2 outs. Goes inside again and a little too far inside for a ball, and the count now 2-1. Really goes inside a lot with the hitters, both sides of the plate. So the 2-1 count
Especially Hines has been able to show he's got that speed and able to go on the inside and speed up the count for all these batters.
There's the pitch to Goodshield. That's inside 2, and that's going to be a ball. So now the count 3-1. Goodshield looking to get on for the second time today. He walked his first time.
Now Hines has gone inside the past 2 times and has gotten Goodshield almost back up a little bit in the batter's box on back-to-back pitches. Hines got to throw a strike now and see where he goes.
All right, the 3-1 pitch to Goodshield with 2 outs. And he'll pull it to the first baseman. Fielded there, and stepping on the bag is Kroll, and that will put an end to the third. We remain scoreless in our first game of the State VFW tournament here in Belle Fourche. We'll take a break, be back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
For years, or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
The Stadium Sports Grill is where sports fans meet in Spearfish. The Stadium is locally owned and operated, and they carry the NFL ticket, NBA package, college sports pack, and stream all BHSU and Spearfish Spartan sporting events. Their famous steak tips and hand-patty burgers will satisfy any sports fan. The Stadium is a full bar and grill, open daily for lunch at 11 a.m. and serving brunch on Sundays starting at 10. Plus, don't forget the scoreboard on Ryan Road next to Safeway. See you soon at the Stadium Sports Grill, Main Street, Spearfish.
Welcome back to more coverage of this year's South Dakota VFW State Tournament in the center, the geological center of the nation in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. Scoreless, the Warner-Ipswich Northwestern Gators tied with the Mobridge Crusaders in game number 1 of 6 games here today. Clayson Davis, Paula James on, excuse me.
That's
Clayson
a
Davis,
compliment.
Steve
Thank you.
Hammerman. It is a force habit.
Oh, that was a compliment. As we go to the 4th inning. This is a 5-inning game.
Yeah, we're
pitcher's duel. Krogos has been very good. He faces his counterpart here to start the 4th inning. Mac Hines, the pitcher of the Win Gators. He takes the first pitch for a ball, so it's 1-0. And Truth Krogos, second pitch, low for ball 2. Krogos now at 36 pitches so far today.
He's lived on the outside the last 3 innings. He's been going over the plate and low. Now he tries to maybe send it a little bit upstairs and fouled back to the net.
He's got 5 strikeouts today. Fishbach struck out his first time up. Right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. 2-1 is the count. And that one will hit him. The Gators have a base runner here to start the 4th inning. As the pitcher, Mac Hines, gets hit, and he'll be on base. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Alec Mickelson.
It seemed like that last pitch just maybe slipped out of the pitcher's hand. It didn't have that much velocity, and it just didn't really seem like it was a very competitive pitch. Something that Krogos has been able to keep going really with this entire game.
So Mickelson up there with the runner at first and nobody out, takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Mickelson 0 for 1 this afternoon. He's the third baseman for the Win Gators. Warner-Ipswich Northwestern hits that sharply, diving backhand attempt by the shortstop. Nicks off his glove and into left field. That was a well-hit ball. Nice diving attempt that time by the Mobridge shortstop, Andrew Ulmer, but could not come up with it. And that is the Gators' first hit of the day.
Runners at first and second, just a dribbler that goes right off the glove of shortstop out to left. So runner in scoring position, a base hit could score, and here comes Kroll. It takes 1 run to really put the pressure on your counterparts, and again, with just 1 more complete inning left to go, 1 run could really well decide the game.
Krogos' first pitch to Kroll, the first baseman of the Gators. He'll take it for a strike. Kroll 0 for 1. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Do you think maybe of bunting and moving the runners here? Runs are going to come at not very many runs. It looks he's going to be scored in this game, but a swing there, and he fouls it out of play, and the count is now 0-2.
Again, every single team, 2 games today. The record after today's action will seed the teams for elimination Saturday to get ready for championship Sunday.
Kroll, left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher, Krogost. Counts 0-2, nobody out and 2 on. He'll hit it right back to the mound. Krogost will go to second for the force there. Now the throw to first, and they get another double play.
Second double play of the game. Runner does advance up to third, but again, they took care of the runner at first, and then the double play, a 1-6-3 put out. And just like that, runner is at third, but now 2 outs to deal with for Wynn.
So Krogost, that was a split decision there because that ball hits it right back to him. He could maybe go to third and get the lead runner, but he quickly wheeled and threw to the shortstop covering second, and they got the double play. So there's now 2 outs with the runner at third base. I think Gators might be, maybe doing a courtesy runner here.
Possibly.
They actually come over and talk to the Mobridge coach, so I'm not sure what the conversation was there. So a runner at third and 2 outs. And the Gators now with a runner at third.
Now having to deal with 2 outs, so the base hit takes the lead for the Gators.
And Logan Fischbach, the left fielder, will bat here with a runner at third. First pitch from Krogost, high and inside for ball 1.
Inside for ball 1.
Looks like Jaron Haven has come in as a courtesy runner at third base, or a pinch runner at third base now for the Gators. So he's at third base. And the next pitch is a ball, and the count now 2-0. Base hit gives the Gators the lead here in the top of the 4th inning. We're scoreless. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Krogo's pitch, hit up the middle. Shortstop Ulmer, a dive, and it gets past him into center field. And coming in to score the run is Haven. And the Wynn Gators get a clutch 2-out base hit up the middle by Fischbach and grab the 1-0 lead.
Makes you almost want to go back to that double play, the last batter, Steve, as again, Krogos went to second on the double play to get the first out to take care of the runner at first. But that allowed the lead runner to move to third. So then if base hit, the runner will only have 90 feet to go for the first run. And now in a defensive pitchers duel, the Gators with the advantage 1-0 on our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard.
We've got a meeting at the mound, which gives us an opportunity to tell you that coverage of the South Dakota VFW State Baseball Tournament brought to you in part by Wells Supply in Belle Fourche. With the scorching hot summer this season, stop into Wells Supply for all your plumbing, irrigation, and livestock watering needs. Give them a call, 605-892-2613, or visit 1700 5th Avenue in Belle Fourche today. We're going to get a new pitcher for the Mobridge Crusaders.
It's going to be number 3, Andrew Ulmer.
So Ulmer, who's got the dirty jersey because he's been playing shortstop for the Crusaders, making diving attempts, and he'll come in and pitch now for Krogost.
Gives us time to take a quick break. Ulmer, see if he can get this final out and give Mobridge a chance to respond. 1-0 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. We're back after this coverage of this year's VFW State Tournament. KDSJ-TV.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
This is a competitive...
Chase Mansfield batting now for the Wynn Gators. First pitch was a strike. Now he fouls out off another pitch, and he's behind in the count 0-2. New pitcher, as we mentioned, moving from shortstop is Ulmer.
Moved Krogos over to short. So those two just did a direct trade of positions, and now 0-2.
And a line drive to center, hangs up, and making the catch in center field for the Crusaders is Max Saxon. And that will put an end to the top of the fourth, but the Gators are on the board. They lead 1-0, and we'll be back with more State VFW Teener Baseball from Belle Fourche right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Cheyenne Frontier Days. The 130th Frontier Nights lineup is locked and legendary. Starting with Treaty Oak Revival and Jesse Murph. Alex Warren with Noah Cyrus. The Red Clay Strays with Wyatt Flores. Riley Green and Trace Atkins. Blake Shelton with Avery Anna. Hardy and Cameron Whitcomb. And Zach Top with Jody Messina. 10 days, one legend. Frontier Nights tickets on sale now at cfdrodeo.com.
It's a 1-0 contest here in game number 1 of coverage of this year's South Dakota VFW State Tournament. The Win Gators, 1 run at the top of the 4th inning in a 5-inning scheduled contest. Mobridge, 6 outs to make up 1 run, 2 runs to take the go-ahead lead. And Clayson Davis, Steve Ammerman in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth.
Well, our first run of the tournament driven in by Logan Fischbach of the Win Gators with 2 outs there in the top of the 4th inning. It's 1-0. And back to the mound is Mac Hines, the right-hander for the Gators. He's thrown 48 pitches today. And he'll face the leadoff hitter here to start the top of the 4th, or bottom of the 4th, I should say, and that's Max Saxon III, the center fielder. Made a nice catch on that line drive to end the top of the 4th. Right-handed hitter. And the first pitch is swung on and fouled out of play over on the left side.
Head off the end of the handle, sent right over towards the softball field here at the Roundup Sportsplex in Belle Fourche.
Shout out. Beautiful facilities. They've redone the press box up here. It's awesome. There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And the count 0-2.
That time Hines to the outside and upstairs. Saxton really had to try to reach out over the plate in order to even try to make contact with it. Now down 0-2.
And Hines to the windup in the 0-2 pitch. And that's fouled off at the plate. Actually bounced up and I think it hit him off the chest there. And staying alive is Saxon.
Now Hines has shown some speed here in game number 1. He's gone inside, he's gone outside, and he's thrown fast every single time.
Max Saxon struck out his first time, 0-2 here, trying to nip the outside corner as Hines just misses, and that's ball 1. So the count is 1-2.
And he didn't miss by much. Just right on the outside of that line. Again, our strike zone on KDSJ-TV, unofficial. We do not have the ABS system at our disposal.
Pitch bounces in for ball 2. So after falling behind 0-2, Saxon's fought back to even out the count at 2-2. Leading off the bottom of the 4th with Mobridge down 1-0.
Only 4 total hits this contest, 2 from each team. Win picked up their first hits there in the last top of the inning.
Pitching high for a ball. And the count now full, so good job by Saxon. Falling behind early, 0-2, had to foul one off. Now he's fought back to get it to a full count, trying to get on base to lead off the bottom of the 4th for Mobridge. Here's the 3-2, and he'll swing and hit it the opposite way, and it's right at the first baseman, and that is caught for the out by Lincoln Kroll, so 1 away. And that'll bring up The catcher, their cleanup hitter, Easton Eisman. Eisman 0 for 1, or actually 1 for 1 today. Got to hit his first time up. Right-handed hitter. And Hines into the windup. And the first pitch. That's high.
Hines has gone all the way for the Gators. Mobridge on their second pitcher.
So the count 1-0. With 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th, Hines pitch. And that's hit back up the middle and through for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Mobridge's Easton Eisman, his second hit of the day. And the Crusader catcher's on with 1 out.
It just bounces right in front of Hines, the pitcher, and second baseman Halverson tried to reach out to grab it, didn't quite have the speed and time out to center, and it's hit number 3 for Mobridge, but still trailing by 1.
That'll bring up the shortstop now, Krogost. He, of course, was the starting pitcher, ended up throwing 46 pitches today. Right-handed hitter with the runner at first, hits one right up the middle, fielded by the pitcher, low throw and gets away.
Oh no.
An error. Boy, they had a double play opportunity maybe, but Krogost with some speed, but they surely wanted to get the lead runner. And a nice play by Hines, but his throw kind of short hopped the shortstop and second baseman both around the bag there, and it skips into the outfield. And now it's first and second with 1 out for Mobridge.
That's a tough break for the Gators. But an easy double play, but again, maybe just short-armed it was Hines over to short and second. Ball got lost within the dirt, and runners one in scoring position.
And here's Fitzer hitting a shot up the middle for a base hit. Here comes the runner around third. He's going to score, and we are tied at 1.
Just like that.
Kellen Fitzer picking out that first pitch and hit it right up the middle for a base hit. Driving in the run, and we are tied now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th at 1-all.
A hit and an error and a hit, and just like that, still with 1 out, and runners still at first and second. So now all the pressure going from Mobridge now back to the Gators.
That'll bring up Andrew Ulmer, who's pitching right now. He came in relief last inning, started at shortstop, takes the first pitch for a ball. So runners at first and second. Krogost is the runner at second. Kellen Fitzer, who just got that RBI single up the middle, is the runner at first. And the count 1-0 on Ulmer. Hines takes a look back at the runner at second. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Ulmer takes a look down at the third base coach. Very first game of the state VFW tournament here in Belle Fourche today. It's been a good one. Here's a ball swung on, hit down the line at first base, backhanded, knocked down by the first baseman. Now steps on the bag and gets the out, and the runners advance. So it'll be second and third now for Mobridge with 2 outs and a chance to take the lead.
Hit right down the line by Ulmer, and again, good job by Kroll. Lost it initially, but still had plenty of time. Just had to record the out instead of trying to force a possible double play and make an error. So now with 2 outs, a big strikeout here for Hines would be massive for Wynn to keep this game tied.
Well, he hits the outside corner, strike 1 to the designated hitter, Tyrell Bliley. Bliley 0 for 1 today. Has a chance to give the Crusaders the lead. We're tied now 1-1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Hines 62 pitches. Here's the 63rd.
And that's inside for a ball to Bliley. So Bliley a chance to give the Crusaders the lead with a hit. Possibly a 2-run lead.
Hines is pitched very good for the first 3 innings and has got a couple of hits on him this inning and an error. And a swing and a miss makes it now 1-2. One more strike gets Hines and the Gators out of the inning.
2 outs, runners at second and third. The 1-2 pitch, low one outside for ball 2. Nice backhanded stop there by the catcher for the Gators.
And Krogost was starting to run. Maybe throw off the pitcher on the mound a little bit with run number 2 and the go-ahead run 90 feet away.
Jace Mansfield behind the plate. Here's a ball fouled out of play, and it remains 2-2. So it's 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 the score. Boy, this is going to be a big pitch.
Yeah.
So Bliley looking to give the Crusaders the lead. Hines trying to put an end to this fourth inning. Here's the ball swung on, fouled back to the backstop, and it remains 2-2.
Now Hines, he's been able to find more of those strikes when he goes inside on these batters, especially with your standard right-handed batters. But he's gone on inside the past 2 times, and they've been both fouled. Where does Hines go now with still a 2-2 and a runner at third?
And he's high with ball 3, and the count now full.
Want to try throwing something off speed. See if you can try to get the batter to swing early, but now it's a full count. A walk here would load the bases with 2 outs.
So Tyrell Bliley awaiting a 3-2 pitch. And it's high for ball 4, and the bases are loaded, and now the manager of the Wind Gators will be coming out to talk with his pitcher.
Hines, that was his 70th throw of the day, and he might be done. We'll see what the Gators will want to do in a 1-1 contest. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
He hasn't made an indication of yet what he wants to do. Talking to his infielders as they're huddled up on the mound. I think he's going to stick with him. Yep, Hines is going to stick in there, talk a little strategy, maybe saying, okay, you got to force out at every base. There's 2 away. And now they'll stick with Hines here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bases loaded for Mobridge in a 1-1 game. All the runs in this game have been scored in the 4th inning. The Gators scored 1 in the top of the inning to take the lead. The Gators have come back and have scored 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. And now batting will be Wes Arnott, the second baseman, has a chance to give the Crusaders the lead, right-handed hitter.
0 for 1 on the day. And
Hines' first pitch to him, high. Boy, Krogo's really coming down the line at third base. He's the runner there. He's the lead run right now. And pitching from the windup here with the bases loaded is Hines, so that gives him a chance to take that huge lead and come halfway down the line. There's a called strike, and the count 1-1.
You almost wonder with Krogo's getting so far ahead. I know you have the windup and you don't want to force a balk to score a run, but do you try picking off third?
You'd have to pitching from the windup. Boy, Krogos is halfway down the line. Here's a pitch outside for a ball. That ball barely gets away from the catcher. Krogos will have a very good opportunity to score because he's so far down the line right now with Hines pitching from the windup here with the bases loaded.
Arnott, if you hit something on the ground, Krogos doesn't have to go very far in order to score.
There's one tapped out, and this is going to be trouble. Slow roller, flipping it to home. That's basically the only play the ball got by the catcher. A run scores. Here comes another one. And the Crusaders have scored 2 runs on a ball that probably went 10 feet. But that is hard to field coming off that was the only play really Hines could do. He came off the mound, dove for it, tried to get the force play at home plate. Ball got away from the catcher. They weren't going to get Krogos anyway. But then the ball got away from the catcher. That allowed the runner from second to come all the way around to score. And it's now 3-1 Mobridge.
Just like that. And again, it wasn't a very hard hit ball. Like you said, it maybe dribbled out barely even 10 feet in front of the batter's box, but it pretty much went down as a bunt is pretty much all what it did.
Swinging bunt.
Yeah, a swinging bunt. The runners at second and third, and with 2 outs, another runner in 2 runners in scoring position.
And that will bring up Brock Bauer, the leadoff hitter, the left fielder. So Bauer batting, he's 0 for 2 today. And now runners at second and third for Mobridge, who has taken the 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, this is a 5-inning game. First pitch is high. So Bauer now ahead in the count, 2-0. A hit here would be huge for Mobridge.
Right now for Hines, just got to lock in, settle down. You just need 1 more out to give your team a chance offensively to make up 2 runs if the score stands.
Called strike on the inside corner, and the count 2-1.
2-1 count. 2 outs. 2
Of course, game 2 coming up right around, I think it's going to be a rolling schedule. It's right now scheduled for 12:30, but depending on what time this game ends, it could be a bit earlier right here on KDSJ-TV.
Bliley, the runner at third. Arnott, he gets a huge lead. He's almost at third base when the pitch is thrown. A swing and a miss because Hines is concerned only with the batter right now. He's pitching from the windup, which gives the base runner opportunity to get a huge lead. So the count now, 2-2 with 2 outs. And Brock Bauer batting for Mobridge. Awaits the pitch from Hines. That's inside for a ball and another full count. Looks like Hines is starting to run out of gas.
Yeah.
He's thrown a lot of pitches this inning, but boy, he has been solid today.
Some of those pitches not having quite as much zip that he had at the beginning of the game. Now up to 78 pitches.
Big 3-2 pitch, and that's ball 4, and the bases are loaded again. And that's going to do it for Hines. They'll be making a pitching change here. So with that, we'll take one. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mobridge has now grabbed a 3-1 lead over the Wynn Gators, and we'll be back with more State VFW Teener Baseball right after this timeout on KDSJ-TV.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Fisher Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of ton. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
Welcome back to Belle Fourche and make our first pitching change today for the Gators. Mac Hines will leave. He'll move to right field through 80 pitches today. Kind of a hard luck inning for him.
Yeah.
They got a couple of runs on just a tapper out in front of home plate on the left field, on the third base side, and they were able to get a couple of runs in, and a new pitcher now is Quinn Hiddle. Hiddle had been in right field, so Hiddle will move from right to the mound, and Hines will go from the mound to right field. But this is a big hitter for Hiddle to face. The bases are loaded with 2 outs, and they do not want to allow any more runs, do the Gators, as they have just 1 bat left in the game because, of course, this is a 5-inning game. And coming to the bat is Kyson Goodshield, the third baseman with the bases loaded. First pitch way outside for a ball.
And the base runners for Mobridge are just showing no fear. As over there at second, Arnon, it was about halfway, almost 3/4 the way to third by the end of Hiddle's windup. There he goes again.
Pitch outside for a ball, and it's 2-0 to Goodshield, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he's going to be very selective. Would be surprised if he swings at this one. Right now, 2-0, new pitcher coming into the game. A walk drives in a run. Here's the 2-0, and he'll take outside. Again. Definitely will be taking here with 3-0 count.
Yep. Again, bases loaded. One more ball will walk in, run at number 4 for Mobridge, already leading 3-1. All 3 runs coming in this inning.
Ball 4. Walked him on 4 pitches, and it's 4-1. So a walk to Goodshield. And Bliley flies across home plate and stomps on the plate. And that is run number 4 this inning and in the game for Mobridge. They have taken a 4-1 lead here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning.
It's going to bring back up Mac Saxon. Mac Saxon.
He's the center field right-handed hitter. He swings and misses at the first pitch, and the count is 0-1. Tough spot to bring Hiddle into from right field, bases loaded.
Yeah, and again, all coming with 2 outs.
And here's Hiddle's 0-1 pitch. That swung on, hit towards the shortstop. Fields elects to throw to first and gets the runner, and that will put an end to the bottom of the 4th. Good inning, though. Mobridge scores 4. They lead 4-1. The Gators have their last at bat coming up next on KDSJ-TV.
invites you to try the new menu items now being offered at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. Watch the action as you dine inside the Gold Dust Casino with tables overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 210 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. And use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting golddustdeadwood.com.
In a land of clutter and chaos, the Container Queen has you covered. At False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, we've got premium containers and custom sheds fit for royalty. Whether you want to buy new or used, she can handle the delivery. High cube, side doors, double doors, you name it, she's got it. Visit fbccontainersandstorage.com or call today. False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, home of the Container Queen.
Missing a meal. So after a 4-run fourth inning for Mobridge, they take a 4-1 lead going into the 5th and possibly final inning of game number 1. KDSJ-TV's coverage of South Dakota VFW baseball on KDSJ-TV on YouTube and on Facebook. If you want to stay up to date on everything happening with this year's state tournament, go ahead and subscribe on our YouTube channel at KDSJ-TV. Your hometown stream for your hometown team, and also to stay up to date on all the latest news and sports happenings in the Northern Hills. Follow us on our Facebook page at Black Hills Gold Hits, KDSJ, Clayton Davis, and our very own Steve Ammerman.
And Andrew Ulmer, who threw 3 pitches in that last inning in relief of Krogos, back on the mound here in the 5th inning for the Crusaders. First pitch is a strike. Leading off the inning is the second baseman, Beckett Halverson. And he'll tap one third baseline foul. And 0-2 is the count.
Just 3 more outs for the Gators.
Scheduled hitters this inning for the Win Gators, Halverson, then Hiddle, and the shortstop, Brevin Pitts.
Game 2 coming up right after this contest here in session 1 of 3 sessions today on KDSJ Sports. It'll be Mount Vernon Plankington and Belle Fourche.
Halverson hits one, takes a big hop, gets past the third baseman down the left field line, and that's going to be a hit. And a good start to the the top of the 5th inning for the Gators, needing 3 runs to tie, and they've got a runner on first.
And that ground ball bounces right in front of Goodshield at third and goes way over his head out to left. That represents run number 2 for Win. They got to score 3 runs and only have 3 outs to do so to extend this game 4 runs to take the go-ahead lead.
Quinn Hiddle batting. He moved from right field to pitcher in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Gators. He bats with the runner at first and takes the first pitch for a ball, so it's 1-0. And nobody out. Pitch outside. And the count 2-0. So Hiddle can be very selective as well now with the 2-0 count. Saw Mobridge get a bases-loaded walk last inning. Here's a pitch swung on, hit into right field. Right fielder coming in and makes the grab. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Boy, he was playing shallow, and luckily he was as this hit at him. And the catch for the first out.
Yeah, Brady Longbreak over there at third. Again, he was playing more towards center. This time able to run up underneath it, take the out, and that's nail in the coffin number 1 for the Gators. Only now 2 more outs to make up at least 3 runs with a runner on first.
There's Brevin Pitts batting now for the Gators, the shortstop. Ball low. The runner going to try to go from first to second on the ball, getting past the catcher.
And it goes by short as well.
Throws it into center field, and digging for third is the base runner.
Wow.
And the Gators have a runner at third. So the ball barely got away from the catcher, and the Gators pretty aggressive there, down 3 runs and 1 out, and they throw it into center field, and now they got a runner at third at 1 out.
Going to spark up a conversation on the mound. A one-sided conversation, I would assume.
Yeah, he's going to tell him, don't throw the ball around.
Don't need to give your opponent any sort of help, especially with a 3-run lead with just 1 out. And now run number 2 for the Win Gators of Warner Ipswich Northwestern, 90 feet away from run number 2.
Yeah, basically the old calm down signal from their manager as he comes off the field. You guys got a 3-run lead. You only need 2 outs. That runner on the bases doesn't mean a lot right now. Let's worry about getting outs.
Speaking of Ipswich, coverage of this year's VFW state tournament also brought to you by 212 Trucking Repair. And also want to thank our friends at Beck Law in Ipswich.
There's a ground ball to the second baseman. He'll field it. A run will score, but they get an out. That's the second out of the inning. So Pitts grounds out, drives in Beckett Halverson, and it's now 4-2, and just one out remains for the Wind Gators, and they head back to the top of the order, and Cash Bar. So that's the name of the tournament, Cash Bar. And one of the guys up here in the booth says it'd be nice to be called Cash Bar, but not at a wedding reception. Here's a pitch outside for ball one. So 1-0 is the count. Base is empty now, 2 outs.
I didn't know they had a Cash Bar at a VFW tournament.
Well, no, at a wedding reception, he said. And the count now 2-0. Gators needing runners. Here's the 2-0. Outside for ball 3. And he'll definitely be taken here. Ulmer, the pitcher, right-hander, in relief of Procost. And nips the outside corner for a called strike 1, and the count now 3-1. Ulmer, 3-1 pitch, foul back to the screen. And now we're 3-2, so nice job by Ulmer fighting back after getting behind in the count at 3-0. Come back to make it 3-2. On Cash Bar here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
Strike ends the game.
And here it is, and he got it. Swing and a miss, and that will end it. And a nice win to open the tournament for Mobridge as they get a victory. They win it by a final score of 4-1.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back with a abbreviated post-game show brought to you by the Stadium Sports Grill and Spearfish. After this, Mobridge, they win the first game of the tournament. Post-game up next.
Now you don't have to. The Millstone Family Restaurant can fill that void. From a hearty home-style breakfast served all day to daily specials to the soup and salad bar, the Millstone is your place for classic comfort food made fresh all day long. Locally owned and operated, the Millstone is part of the Spearfish community. Don't be shy. Pull up a chair at our table. Whether you're a local or if you're only in town for the weekend, make yourself at home at the Millstone Family Restaurant off I-90 exit 12 in Spearfish.
For 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC-certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
Cheyenne Frontier Days, the daddy of them all, born out of the American frontier and still standing tall, the world's largest outdoor rodeo and authentic Western celebration. In the heart of the American West, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Come salute our American heroes in the air, in the arena, and in the streets of Cheyenne this July. For tickets, info, and updates, go to cfdrodeo.com. See you in Cheyenne.
Stop at Dairy.
Game number 1 in the books with the Mobridge Crusaders winning game 1 4-2 over Warner Ipswich Northwestern Gators. M.V.P. and Belle Fourche getting ready to take the field next, but first it's our Stadium Sports Grill post-game show brought to you by the Stadium Sports Grill and Spearfish. It is where sports fans meet, believe it or not. And again, Mobridge taking game 1, and with a bit of a recap, here is our very own Steve Ammerman.
Well, that was kind of a pitcher's duel.
It was.
Until the end. And then just like that little ball that was hit, tapped out and got 2 runs, hit them where they ain't. Total of what in the game for Mobridge? 3 hits, but they get 4 runs and get the win. And the Wind Gators, what they end up with in the game, they had a total of 5 hits today. So 2 very good pitching efforts by the starters for these 2 teams. So it was scoreless all the way until the 4th inning. Again, we played a 5-inning game, and most of the runs, all but 1, was scored in that 4th inning. The Gators were First on the board, they took a 1-0 lead in the top of the fourth, and then Mobridge came back with 4 runs in the bottom of the fourth, and then that run there in the top of the fifth inning for the Gators to make it 4-2. Correct myself, I said earlier 4-1 was the final, but 4-2 was the final. It's nice to get a win to open up the tournament, and of course pool play today, and the Mobridge Crusaders get a nice win over the Wynn Gators. But well-played game.
Very well-played game. Again, pitching duel, like you said earlier, both pitchers started off great, again, until that fourth inning when the runs started to pile on, especially for Mobridge. 3 errors for the Wynn Gators as well, so that also does not help you win state VFW games as well. As you run through some of the stats real quick, getting hits was for Mobridge. The catcher Eisman went 2 for 2 with a run scored. Also going 2 for 2 was Pfizer, the first baseman, and with 1 hit was Arnott, the second baseman. For 5 hits for Mobridge. On the mound, the winning pitcher will go to number 0, Truith Krogos, going 3 2/3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Very good performance for him on the mound. Ulmer came in with an inning of third relief with 1 hit, allowing 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 strikeout. Meanwhile, for the Wynn Gators, 1 hit from number 23, the third baseman. That is, I can't read the name on my stats. It's only game 1. But Alec Mickelson with a hit for the Wynn Gators also. Beck Halverson, the second baseman, with a hit as well, and also Logan Fishback. All collecting hits for the Wynn Gators, and Hines will take the loss on the mound, going 3 2/3 innings, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them, none of them earned. Walked 4, struck out 2. So that's your game recap. Again, game 2 coming up next. It's going to be between Belle Fourche, the home team of this year's VFW state tournament, and will take on the Mount Vernon Plankington Titans. The first pitch will be here roughly in about 20 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less, right here on KDSJ-TV. This stream will keep going. It's game number 2 of our first session. 3 sessions on KDSJ-TV today, 2 games apiece each. So stay tuned right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe so you stay up to date whenever we go live with another South Dakota VFW State Tournament game throughout all 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Until then, keep it right here on KDSJ-TV. For Steve Ammerman, I am Clayson Davis. Thank you to Haley Treasure running the camera as well, and we'll see you guys here in about 20 minutes. Well, it's game number 2 of KDSJ's coverage of the South Dakota VFW State Tournament, live from the center of the nation in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. Game 1 went to the Mobridge Crusaders, 4-2 over the WIN Gators. And now here's Belle Fourche, the away team this contest, and they are taking on the Mount Vernon Plankington, or also known as M.V.P. Titans, for game number 2 of coverage of the VFW State Tournament. Day number 1 on KDSJ-TV. Clayson Davis and Steve Ammerman. About said Paul James again, but no, Paul is not here. Thanks, Paul.
That's okay, Cody.
You're welcome, Jim. Here with in the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. I need to start bringing name tags for everyone helping with KDSJ Sports. I never thought I would get to that point. But Steve Ammerman, Clayson Davis in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. MVP, Belle Fourche, both warming up on the mound in a 5-inning scheduled contest. The first game of the tournament for both of these teams. And Steve, what do you know?
I don't know anything, but I am looking forward to this game between
two of us.
Belle Fourche and MVP. That first game was a great game. Good pitchers game. Ended up being 4-2, and looking for more of the same in this second game today. And I've learned one thing by watching these games so far. Get your pitchers through. Don't throw a lot of pitches. And Mobridge did a pretty good job in that first game with Crow Ghost. And that's one of the big keys in this tournament is going to be is pitching. Who's got the pitching depth? And Mobridge didn't have to throw a lot of pitches with their 2 pitchers today. That's very helpful for them in a tournament like that, and that's what the big key, I think, for both of these teams.
No, especially you got 2 games today, possibly 2 games, I believe 1 or 2 games tomorrow, and then you got championship Sunday. So you're going to be throwing a lot of kids, a lot of pitches, and not a lot of time. So, again, the pitching depth is going to be very important. And now we'll see MVP from Mount Vernon Plankington and the hometown Belle Fourche Broncos here in game number 2. And again, thanks for tuning on to KDSJ-TV on YouTube and also on our Facebook page at Black Hills Gold Hits KDSJ. As the lineups are getting announced here at the Black Hills Roundup Sportsplex. Right across the parking lot is where you find the Black Hills Roundup that just got over with during the 4th of July. And with our Dana Dental Arts starting lineups brought to you by Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish. Let our family care for your family. It is our very own Steve Ammerman.
All right, let's give you Belle Fourche. They're the visitor today. Randy Doran's squad. They'll go with Gavin Pearson leading off and playing center field. Kane Howard batting second at shortstop. Davin Crott?
Yes.
I don't know why I wrote Darren on my deal. I had a VR instead of V. But Davin Crott, right field, batting third. Ray Parmeter is batting fourth and playing left field today. Tate Thompson is the second baseman, bats fifth. Trig Thompson is the first baseman, bats sixth. Uriah Hamilton is the pitcher today for Bell. He'll bat seventh. Graham Vanderboom bats eighth at third base. And Carson Honey catching today for Belle Fourche. Pitcher today for MVP, Mount Vernon Plankington, is Paxton Nedved, right-handed pitcher. So those are the lineup for Belle Fourche today as they get ready to take on MVP in the second game of the South Dakota State Teener Tournament, the Varsity Alpha State Tournament. And the pools that we're playing today, the battalion pool is the Win Gators, Mobridge Crusaders, and West Central. They're in the battalion pool. So this is a company pool matchup between MVP and Belle Fourche, and then the other team in it in this pool is the Area Dinos. And then they seed them after today's first 6 games and head into action tomorrow with elimination games. If you lose, you're done. So big day here, getting that seed of where you want to be here in the tournament. So it's Belle Fourche and MVP in this matchup. The Mount Vernon pitcher, Nedved, just finishing his warm-ups as we get ready to go with our second game today. And I want to say thanks to our sponsors bringing you this year's state tournament. Burger's Place in Ipswich.
A burger does sound really good right now.
Oh, yeah. Graps isn't far away either.
That is
in
true.
Belle Fourche, their sponsor as well. Talking about Burger's Place in Ipswich. They're open noon to close. Burger's Place has it all. Drive-up window, video lottery, pool, darts, and more. You can visit them at 337 First Avenue in Ipswich. Also, Falls City Construction out of Humboldt. Thank you to them for sponsoring the tournament as well. If the unexpected happens, you need fire or restoration or a remodeling project, contact Falls City Construction. Their phone number is 605-838-6708, or check them out on Facebook. That's Falls City Construction in Humboldt. Also, big shout out to Justin Tupper and the gang at the St. Ange Livestock. I think they've got a sale going on today. I know they do, because when I was going through St. Ange today, I saw a lot of pickups with horse trailers pulling into the St. Ange Livestock. So big thank you to Justin Tupper. We're ready to go with our second game of the day. Nedved's first pitch for MVP to Gavin Pearson. He'll take it for strike one, and we are underway. Gavin Pearson playing center field today for the Bronx.
413 average. Gavin Pearson. We've seen him a few times here with KDSJ Sports.
Yeah, you're much more familiar with Belle Fourche than I am. But, and Nedved into the wind. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. Got a left-handed catcher. You don't see that very often for MVP, and that is Tice Feisner. Count now 1-1 on Pearson. He'll hit it right. Oh, nice play by the pitcher Nedved. Fields it and throws on to first for the first out of this ball game. We've seen a lot of balls hit back to the mound today, and hit hard. That one was hit well by Pearson, and a nice play by the pitcher Nedved, and there's one away. That'll bring up the number 2 hitter in the Belle Fourche lineup today. That's Howard, right-handed hitter. Kane playing shortstop today. And the first pitch. Ooh, nails him in the back. And the Bronx have a runner on here with one out in the top of the first inning.
Caught him right in the middle of that number 4 jersey in the purple and white for the Bronx.
That'll bring up David Crott, the right fielder, left-handed hitter. My first look at him, and he looks like he can hit the ball pretty hard.
Crott's been able to send a few to the outfield here on KDSJ Sports. We've seen Belle Fourche now. This is, I believe, the 4th or 5th time this season. This Legion season also saw him twice during the spring baseball season here on KDSJ Sports. And the throw over to first is not going to be in time. Baker not able to get the tag down on Howard over there at first.
So Kane Howard on first base after being hit by a pitch. Nedved, and there goes Howard, swing and a miss. Catcher bobbles the ball, and a stolen base.
Stolen base by Howard.
Checking to see maybe if that was tipped there by the batter, but no, because the ball came free out of the catcher's glove, so a stolen base for Howard. And the Bronx already have a runner in scoring position with one out here in the top of the first inning.
Seen a lot of aggressive base running from not only just in game 1, but Belle Fourche also trying to be aggressive on the base paths as well.
High pop-up on the infield. First baseman calls for it and makes the catch. And retired is Crott. Tanner Baker over there at first base today for the MVP Titans. So now 2 away with the runner at second for the Bronx. And that will bring up the left fielder, Rafe Parmeter. Parmeter, right-handed hitter. So Nedved, after hitting Howard and then seeing Kane steal second, gets a big out. There's 2 away and a chance to get out of it. And he hits the next right-handed batter.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Yes, Parmeter will reach first, and now it's going to be first and second with 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
I'm going to bring up Tate Thompson. I always get the 2 confused.
All right, another right-handed batter, so we've seen 2 of them get hit here in the first inning. Tate will come up first and second with 2 outs.
If I'm Trig Thompson, in case Tate ever gets on, I would be wearing a backplate.
And here's the pitch. He throws it outside, a swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1.
And thanks for joining us on KDSJ-TV. Drop a comment on YouTube or on Facebook. Let us know where you're watching from. Get a shout out here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube and Facebook.
Strikes, throw on a steal attempt, and
they got out.
That was a nice throw. We mentioned the left-handed catcher, so he threw behind the right-handed batter and guns down Howard, and that'll put an end to the first inning. So after a half inning, we have no score. MVP will come up for the first time as we continue with the State VFW Teener Baseball Tournament on KDSJ-TV.
Spearfish at the mouth of Spearfish Canyon for food, treats, and something sweet. Home of the ever-changing Blizzard menu featuring a Blizzard of the Month you gotta try while it lasts. Grab great value with the $7 lunch. Choose a burger or chicken strips plus a sundae or upgrade to a small Blizzard. Try the new DQ cupcake treats. Cool off with refreshing DQ sparklers and coolers and satisfy any craving with classic DQ soft serve favorites. And don't forget ice cream cakes and Blizzard cakes for birthday celebrations or just because. Dairy Queen Spearfish. Happy tastes good.
If it can be imagined, it can be created. Eaton Construction and Belle Fourche specializes in site development for your next commercial project. Size is no issue. Earth moving for grading on any level. Utility installation for single projects or entire subdivisions. Whatever the project, Eaton Construction has it handled. Gravel hauling, construction of roads from scratch and down to basements. You know who you need for the job. Eaton Construction. Call 605-210-2223 today. That's 605-210-2223.
Welcome back to the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. It's the State VFW Teener Baseball Tournament brought to you in part by Main Street Insurance in Hartford, South Dakota. Also, Ike Law Office in Hartford, South Dakota. Dakota Community Bank in Mobridge. CIP Insurance Agency in Mobridge. Gas and Goodies in Mobridge. And Grand Central Station C-Store in Mobridge. Speaking of Mobridge, the Crusaders won the first game of the tournament 4-2 today over the Wynn Gators.
Big fourth inning.
Yes, almost all the runs, all but one in the entire game were scored in that fourth inning. Of course, we're playing 5-inning games. Here's the lineup today for M.V.P. Their leadoff hitter is Walker Van Gorp. He's the left fielder. Keegan Hill bats second, plays center field. Tice Feisner is the catcher, bats third. He gunned down a runner trying to steal third to end the first inning. Tanner Baker in the cleanup spot, first baseman. The pitcher, Paxton Nedved, batting fifth. Mason DeGeese batting sixth. At second base, Ethan Hoffman at shortstop, batting seventh. Will Tobin is the right fielder, bats eighth. And Preston Nedved playing third base today, and he bats ninth. So here we go. Walker Van Gorp leading off to start the first inning for M.V.P., their half of the first inning, and he takes a strike on the first pitch. And again, it's Uriah Hamilton on the mound, right-hander for the Bronx. 0-1 pitch. Swung on it, smoked down the right field line, but foul in the count now 0-2. He got out in front of that one.
Oh, yeah. Send it out, Uriah Hamilton. During the Legion season, has pitched in 20 and 1/3 innings, has allowed 38 hits, 52 runs. ERA of 11.36 for Hamilton.
0-2 pitch way inside, and it's 1-2. Van Gorp, a left-handed hitter. Bright blue. I like their bold blue uniforms for MVP.
Clean.
Yes, with the white pants. Smokes another one. Foul over by the first base dugout. Out in front on a couple of pitches. Count remains 1-2. Bottom of the first. No score. Hamilton looks in for a sign. And the 1-2 pitch fouled over to the left side on the screen. And count remains 1-2. Catching today for the Bronx is Carson Haney. Count 1-2 on Walker Van Gorp of the Titans. And he swings and pops one foul again over on the left side. Now to play.
So an early battle. And one thing that we've talked about a lot, pitch count here in this tournament. And right now, just these 3 straight foul balls already racking up the pitches for Uriah Hamilton here in the first batter of the day.
He launches one down foul right side. So that's 5 foul balls now.
5 in a row.
Wow. Remains 1-2, so Hamilton's still ahead in the count, trying to finish off Van Gorp. Walker battling. How about something off speed on him? Oh, he comes hard. Pitch low for ball 2 in the count, 2-2. He's been out in front of a couple of those pitches. Maybe change the speed a little on him.
The outfield, Parmeter, Pearson, and David Crott all playing over towards the right side.
Left-handed batter, Van Gorp, count 2-2. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and he got him. He tipped it, but held on by the catcher, Haney. And that'll be the first out.
Big strikeout, Hamilton, making sure that he keeps composed after, again, 5 straight fouls that he pitched. There is able to find a good strikeout. And out number 1 for the M.V.P. Titans.
Good battle there, first batter. Keegan Hill now batting, the center fielder. Another left-handed hitter. He'll take one low and inside for a ball. 1-0. Hill will be followed by the catcher, Tice Feistner. Back foot on the chalk in the back of the batter's box. And the 1-0 pitch looks to be low, ball 2. So Hill has jumped out ahead in the count at 2-0. Base is empty, 1 out, no score. Bottom of the first inning. M.V.P. again, the home team today. There's one pulled down the right side, just foul. Right on the call, our umpire Greg Warren.
It's our Law on the Diamond. It's being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Don't get scammed with those guys.
So the count 2-1. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And that'll even out 2-2. Good pitch there by Hamilton. Struck out the first batter, Van Gorp, and right now 2-2 on Keegan Hill. And that pitch low, and it'll be ball 3, so full count.
Hamilton already now 13 pitches. This is just batter number 2 for the starting right-hander for the Bronx.
And now the 3-2. Swung on, hit the opposite way to left field. High fly ball, left fielder under it, and making the catch out there is Ray Parmeter, and that'll be the second out of this first inning.
Fly out over to the left. Good job by Parmeter. That ball might have touched the moon and back. It hung up in the air for quite a bit. A breeze here at the center of the nation, blowing back into the face of the batters and also back into the face of us at the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth.
Now the catcher, Tice Feistner, the third left-handed batter to bat here in the first inning. Their first 3 hitters all left-handed. Count 1-0, 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch outside. Oh, caught the outside corner for a strike. And it evens out at 1-1.
In that outside corner, it's one thing that, especially versus right-handed batters, you try to sink on. And now this time Hamilton, see if he can hit that spot again.
Low, ball 2. Feistner, the catcher, mentioned he's left-handed. Right now he's got the big play of the game so far because he gunned down that runner, Kane Howard trying to steal third for the final out of the first inning, the top of the first. And the pitch, ball.
Bounces off the glove of Carson Honey.
So the count now 2-1. 2 outs. Well, Honey had a batter's glove on and then took it off and put it in his back pocket there. Here's the pitch, and that's pulled foul down the right side. Boy, Greg Warren's had to skip past a couple of balls there.
That one rode the line the entire way to first. A hard hit ball by Feistner, but bounces foul once it hits the plate, and quite a bit of foul balls already for M.V.P. Again, just racking up the pitch count on your eye, Hamilton.
So 3-2's the count with 2 outs. And the pitch swung on, hit to center. Actually, just out behind second base, going out into center field to grab that is the second base, or the shortstop actually on that last play, Kane Howard, and that will put an end to the first inning. Score after 1. There is no score. M.V.P. and Belle Fourche back with the second inning on KDSJ-TV.
Helping families see clearly for over 50 years. They're more than just an eye care center. They're part of your community, committed to keeping your family's vision healthy and strong. From kids' first eye exams to the perfect frames for every family member, they're here to make your experience easy, affordable, and comfortable. Come visit Pillin Optical, where your family's vision is their top priority, because seeing life's special moments starts with healthy eyes. Pillin Optical, caring for your family one pair of eyes at a time.
Todd Poling and the A&W team are excited to be bringing the classic A&W brand back to Spearfish in the Northern Black Hills. And they're even more excited to be cheering on the Spearfish Spartans. Stop in for delicious burgers, chicken tenders, cheese curds, and of course their world-famous root beer made fresh in-house every day. Scan the QR code on your screen or mention the code Spartans25 for 10% off orders all day, every day. A&W and Spearfish, inside Walmart on 1st Avenue. Let's go Spartans!
Welcome back to the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Say thanks to all of our great sponsors of our broadcast here on KDSJ-TV, including Graps Burgers and Brews in Belle Fourche. After today's games, cool off at Graps, where you'll have your choice of over 20 different burgers, along with salads, chicken nuggets, wide variety of local, domestic, and imported brews on tap, too. Stop in at 518 National Street next to Lynn's Dakota Mart in Belle Fourche. Big thank you to Graps Burgers and Brews, bringing you coverage of the state teener tournament here on KDSJ-TV. No score as we head to the top of the second inning. Belle Fourche, the visiting team in today's game against Mount Vernon Plankington. And the manager of the Titans comes out to get the batting glove out of the back pocket of his pitcher, Nedved, as we get ready to start the second inning. Paxton Nedved, right-hander on the mound. And due up here will be Tate Thompson. Remember, Tate was at the plate. Both first innings, top of the first in the games, ended with a pickoff, correct? Or caught stealing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over at third as well, both times.
Yeah.
I guess the first game it was a pickoff at home, but
yeah, actually a wild pitch that got by the catcher and they
Yes.
got out at home plate. Yeah, so that's how innings start. So we've had batters start the second inning. And Thompson back up to the plate. He was at the plate when Howard was caught stealing third to end the first inning, and he takes the first pitch. And now Nedved with the pitch, swung on, popped up in the infield. Who's going to call for it? Nobody does. It drops between the pitcher's mound and second base. Nobody called for it. The third baseman actually ended up being the closest. The second baseman and the shortstop both kind of hesitated, and that drops, and that will be considered a hit to lead off the top of the second inning for Tate Thompson.
didn't really see anyone between third, short, and second really call for the ball, and they all just assumed that each other got it, and it landed right in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. That allows Thompson to hit first.
So Thompson's on. Thompson's batting. A throw over to first, and Tate is back safely on the pickoff attempt. Trig Thompson, the first baseman, batting sixth in the lineup for Bell today. Right-handed hitter. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Cannot make fun of the Thompson boys because I heard his dad will kick our butt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be kind to him.
Yes.
He's right beside us, actually.
Yeah.
Throw over to first, and Tate is back. So Tate Thompson at first, Trig Thompson batting, and he's got an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and it's low for ball one. 1-1 the count. Game 3 of the tournament coming up, and we're doing pretty good on time today.
Staying on for 6 straight games in a row. We're doing pretty good on time.
West Central and the Wind Gators, who we saw earlier today. Here's a quick throw down to first, and back safely is Thompson. So the catcher not afraid to throw the ball around.
No.
Gunned down a runner trying to steal third, tried to pick somebody off there at first. And the count now 2-1. Trig Thompson awaits the pitch, swung on. He pulls that down the left side, foul. And the count now 2-2.
Please return all foul balls to the concession stand for retreat. Sponsored by Hills Interiors.
Sun's kind of coming out through the haze now.
And a little bit of a breeze. It feels pretty good, actually.
So the count 2-2 on Trig Thompson. Tate Thompson gets his lead at first. Pitch from Nedved, a little high. And a fake of a throw down, again by the catcher to first base. That time he did not throw it.
Faked me, Alan.
And the count full now on Trig Thompson.
No outs yet either for Belle Fourche here at the top of the second.
Pitch, 3-2, foul back.
And we'll keep it here at 3-2. Both teams been able to catch up to some of these pitches for both teams. They just haven't gone to the field to play very often.
Sponsors of this year's tournament, Wearing Motors in Belle Fourche, Pete's Clothing, Hodge Bootery and Bell, American Colloid Company in Belle Fourche and Colony, Wyoming, and 212 Trekking and Repair in Clark, South Dakota. Here's the pitch, 3-2. Thompson hits it towards left field. Left fielder backing up a couple of steps towards his right and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That is Will Tobin out, Walker Van Gorp out in left field making the catch for MVP.
It's going to bring up the pitcher, Uriah Hamilton, with 1 out and 1 on.
So Hamilton bats with Thompson at first. Hamilton, right-handed batter against Paxton Nedved, the right-handed pitcher today for M.V.P. Swing and a miss. And a quick throw down to first again. That
Goes
gets away from the
goodbye.
first baseman, and Thompson's going to go at least to second base. So, again, Feisner throwing the ball down, trying to pick off the runner, and it got away from the first baseman. And the Bronx now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
It was a dart from the catcher and Feisner, and just a bit off the target. Threw it out ahead of the first baseman, Baker, and that allowed Thompson to get in scoring position.
Count 0-1 on Hamilton. Swings and fouls it out of play. And Uriah behind in the count now 0-2.
Please return all foul balls to the concession stand.
No score here. We're in the top of the second inning.
And now the pitcher step off and talk to one of our officials, our Law on the Diamond, again being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection.
Might be something with rubbing the ball there, because he was rubbing the ball and he must have went and asked what he can do. It probably had to be off the mound to do it.
Yeah.
And that one almost hits Hamilton, goes behind him and rolls to the backstop, and moving over to third is Thompson. So now the Bronx have a runner at third with 1 out. And the count 1-2 on Hamilton. And he's really rubbing the ball. I wonder if he's having a hard time with a grip right now, because that one kind of got away from him. So the count 1-2. Uriah Hamilton, chance to drive in a run here for Belle Fourche and get them on the board. Pitch, swung on, popped up. Catcher, Feisner, comes over towards the backstop, but it's out of play.
Ooh, close to striking an innocent passerby over here in the grandstands. We'll keep it here at 1-2.
A little bit of a breeze kind of blowing in today, because it's kind of coming into the booth, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Feels good, honestly.
It actually does. I think Rapid City, and I don't know what Belle Fourche is, but Rapid City went 6 days in a row with 100-degree or higher temperatures.
Spearfish was in that same general area as well.
It is dry.
Very.
There's 1-2 pitch outside. Nice play by the catcher there. Feisner.
And you even look out into the outfield, you just see brown spots splotted all across the outfield as well. It's just, of course, water restrictions as well for Butte County, Lawrence County, Pennington County.
Count 2-2 now. Pitch. Ooh, just misses.
Right on the inside, and we're at a full count. That was right on the line. Again, our strike zone on KDSJ-TV unofficial just gives us and you guys a better idea of where that make-believe circle stands.
M.V.P. playing with the infield in here. 1 out. 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Popped up again. This one is going to be out of play again. A lot of foul balls. And you get a treat, right, for bringing a foul ball back to the So concession stand's busy today in this game.
Between here and also Black Hills Energy Stadium, when we've been doing Spearfish Post 164 baseball, me and Paul have both contemplated hiring a kid under the age of 5 to go track down foul balls and get us treats.
Here's the pitch to Hamilton. Just misses. Boy, Nedved wanted that one. Ball 4. Good at bat by Hamilton. So he draws a walk, and now it's first and third for the Bronx.
See how close that was in our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. Right on the outside of that line, and now Hamilton will have a courtesy runner, which is Minkin Browning. And again, runners in the corners with just 1 out. Here comes the boom and Graham Vanderboom.
So Graham Vanderboom, right-handed hitter. Third baseman today for the Bronx. Bats with 1 out. Runners at first and third. Thompson at third. Hamilton at first. And again, the infield pretty much in. The second baseman almost on the infield grass. Third baseman kind of playing even with the bag. Here's a slow roller out to the shortstop. Fields, nobody covering the bag.
No one's there.
The run scores.
Wow.
Second baseman, as I said, was kind of playing in. He never went over to cover second base on that ground ball. Shortstop was ready to flip for the force at second, but there was nobody out, and a run will score, and it's now first and second for Belle Fourche. They take the lead 1-0.
So not only did M.V.P. they had a chance earlier this inning when they had a fly. The lead things off was Thompson, able to get a hit in the infield, but now this time could have had a chance at a possible double play, but not only do you give up a run, but you don't get an out in the process.
Now a bunt, but foul. Looked like he was bunting for a hit.
Yeah.
And that'll go foul, 0-1. So DeGeese did not get over. Again, he was kind of on the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And
but also just didn't get over either.
Ethan Hoffman had fielded it, was ready to flip to second, and there was nobody there. So it's 0-1 now. And the pitch
inside.
Carson Hane, the catcher, batting right now. Tried to lay the first one down for bunt. Showed bunt there, but it's a ball. And the count is 1-1. So maybe they are trying to move the runners here with one out. First baseman now in quite a few steps on the infield grass. Hane not squaring this time. Takes another pitch for a ball, and the count is 2-1. Randy Doran over at third base. Coach for the Bronx. Unfortunately, a Kansas City Royals fan. Here's a pitch lined at the third baseman off of his glove. He's got a chance, though, to get the force at second, and does. That could have been maybe a double play. And that stung his left hand. He takes his glove off, and that was lined right at the third baseman, Preston Nedved. But smart enough to know after it went off his glove that he still had that force at second and got the runner for the second out. It'll be first and third now for the Bronx. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, the center fielder, Gavin Pearson.
Pearson, a college football commit, to play football at Dickinson State University.
And he takes the first pitch inside. He's 0 for 1 today. Got a runner at third and a runner at first. And 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Bell leading 1-0. There goes the runner from first to third. They're going to throw down the catcher, and they might have got the runner. No, he was able to make it in. The throw was in time, but a little short and safe at second base. The runner at third stayed there, so it's now second and third for Belle Fourche.
It was close. The throw was on target, but the shortstop and Hoffman, he had to dive toward the base after he made the catch, and that was just enough time for Hane to reach second. So now 2 runners in scoring position and a 2-0 count now for Gavin Pearson.
And here's the pitch to the left-hander, hit up the middle towards the shortstop. Hoffman bobbles that. He's not going to get him. A run's going to score. So Hoffman couldn't come up with it, and that'll make it 2-1, Belle Fourche.
I mean, that's the first error in the stat book, but that's the third play in the infield that M.V.P. could have made to get the out, but this time Pearson reaches on an error, runners back in the corners, and a run scored. Belle Fourche 2-0 lead here at the top of the second with 2 outs.
Now Kane Howard with runners at first and third, right-handed hitter. First pitch swung on and fouled out. Play over on the right side. Howard, the shortstop today for the Bronx. Bronx have scored 2 runs here in the top of the second inning. Again, 5-inning games today. There goes the runner from first. Howard pops it up on the infield. Third baseman comes over, and the shortstop catches it. And that will put an end to the second inning. Scary there, too, for M.V.P., but they get out of the inning. But the Bronx get 2 in the second. They lead 2-0. Back with more baseball from Belle Fourche on KDSJ-TV.
Happen. From fender benders to deer crossings, it's just part of life. When it happens, take it to Jake's Collision Repair with 2 locations in Sturgis and Spearfish. Locally owned and serving the Black Hills for over 15 years, Jake's delivers top quality repairs using state-of-the-art equipment, advanced training, and eco-friendly paint systems. Their technicians are ICAR and PPG certified, and they work with any insurance company. So when collisions happen, and they will, choose Jake's Collision Repair.
Monument Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Welcome back to more not American Legion, South Dakota VFW baseball state tournament here from Belle Fourche. The hometown Bronx leading 2-0 after 2 runs scored in the top of the second. Of course, thank you to more of our VFW State Tournament sponsors, including Beck Law and Ipswich. Also want to thank St. Onge Livestock. It's sponsoring also this year's state tournament, premier livestock facility specializing in both cattle and sheep sales, offering a range of events throughout the season. Thanks to Justin Tupper and the crew at St. Onge Livestock for supporting our broadcast on KDSJ-TV.
Justin Tupper, one time my color commentator for high school football when we did Belle Fourche games on Eagle Country. Then Jim Callis fired me at Eagle Country, so we don't do games. I don't do games anymore, but Justin was my color commentator, Bronc football.
No kidding.
Yeah. Known Justin for a long time. Back in his days when he was in Kimball. JT.
Yep.
Great guy. Can't believe I just said that over the air. But all right, here we go to the bottom of the second. Belle Fourche getting 2 runs in the top of the second. They lead it 2-0. And due up for MVP is the first baseman, Tanner Baker. This will be our first right-handed batter for the Titans today. Their first 3 hitters in the order are left-handers. Uriah Hamilton back to the mound. He threw 21 pitches in the first inning for Bell.
And we
weren't ready, I don't believe.
No.
Now we're ready.
I think there might have been a baseball in the infield there behind.
Hamilton's first pitch swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1.
There's not a bullpen here at the center of the nation. And here's a hit over towards third.
Nice backhanded play at third. Great throw. Did they get him? Yes. Wow. What a throw. Nice backhanded stop there by the Vanderboom, the third baseman.
Had to go off the base, track it down on the foul line, and absolutely unleashed it to Trick Thompson at first to get the out.
You got the replay? Yeah.
I do. Our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. Locations in Spearfish and in Rapid City.
That was a long throw.
Long throw.
Great play. So 1 away.
Vanderboom just uncorked it.
And the first pitch is strike.
This is
Paxton
Nedved.
The pitcher for the Titans. Right-handed hitter. 0-1, 1 out. Here in the top of the second inning. Hamilton's pitch, that's roped down the left field line, but foul.
So now quickly 0-2 to Nedved.
Vanderboom wasn't going to get that one.
No.
It was a little bit too high for him. And the count now 0-2. And Hamilton to Nedved. Nedved smokes that one down the line, but that one is fair and past. Vanderboom gets away a little bit from the left fielder, and making the turn is Nedved, and he'll hold on with a long single. Well, their hitters have really been pulling ball. The left-handed hitters have been pulling it right side. The last 2 batters have pulled it right down the left field line. And they've got a runner on first here with 1 out in the bottom of the second.
There's another line rider right down the left field foul line. Again, it got by Vanderboom out toward Rafe Partmeter over at left. Runner on, I believe that's the first or second hit of the day for MVP. It is just the first hit of the day.
Eric Hauge will come in and be the runner for the pitcher, Nedved. So Eric Hauge, the runner at first base for MVP with 1 out. Here's a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Mason DeGeest. DeGeest is the MVP second baseman, batting with 1 out in the top of the second. In 2-0 Belle Fourche.
He's not just the second baseman, but he's the MVP second baseman. And now, what do we have here?
Must have been something over in the dugout area. I'm kind of shielded from that over in the first base side for MVP, but we're ready.
Not really a dugout, but just kind of right here and just to the side of the MVP dugout.
There's a pitch kind of low, got away from the catcher, and a runner's going to advance. So Hauge goes to second as the pitch was in the dirt and got away from the catcher for the Bronx, Carson Haney. And it's a runner at second now, 1-1 count. And DeGeest with a runner in scoring position. Has a chance maybe to get MVP on the board, down 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swings and hits one to right center field. This could be trouble, and it is. It'll drop. The runner held at second for a moment to see if it was going to be caught, so he will not be able to score. So Hauge wasn't sure, and he kind of went halfway, and then the ball dropped, and he only gets to third, but it'll be first and third now for MVP.
Just one out as well.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Ethan Hoffman. So with one out, something going here for MVP in the bottom of the second inning. Again, they're the home team today.
And this is a 5-inning scheduled contest through today. Each team gets 2 games. Seeding is placed based on record and I believe runs.
There goes the runner.
And
they're trying a little rundown here. Yep.
Hamilton didn't have a play. He wanted to try to pick off second, but then he wanted to keep the runner planted at third as well. And by the time it's all said and done, runner from first, McGee's able to make it second. 2 runners in scoring position.
And the next pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. Yeah, they wanted Hamilton maybe to throw it to second and get DeGeest in a pickle possibly and then have that runner from third score.
Yeah.
But now it's second and third. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Ethan Hoffman behind in the count now, 0-2.
A strikeout for Hamilton would be huge with 2 outs. Excuse me, that's just 1 out.
1 out, correct.
Still would be big, though.
Here's the pitch, and that's fouled out of play on the right side. They're going to run out of treats at the concession stand.
No kidding, and this is just game 2.
Yeah.
Still got 4 more to go for today.
0-2 the count on Ethan Hoffman. MVP. Pitch from Hamilton, hit back to the mound. That's off Hamilton. He's trying to find it, picks it up, throws to first.
Oh, and it goes by.
Gets by the first baseman. Now the runner from third will score. They're going to try to send the runner from second. He's rounding third on his way. Here's the throw to the plate. It's going to be late. And 2-run score on that play. If Hamilton had fielded that cleanly, the runner from third was not going to go. He did not leave until after the ball was thrown to first and got by the first baseman, who I think is shaken up on that play.
Yeah, he might have got. It almost looked like the base runner got hit.
Trig Thompson, the Belle Fourche first baseman.
Well, here, I have it on replay right now. See what happens, but and again, shot right at Hamilton, bounces off the glove. Hamilton able to find it and then launched it. And it looked like maybe that the base runner, Hoffman, was trying to avoid it and might have hit Thompson in the side of the head in the process.
And now they're going to have a runner at second as MVP. Still just 1 out, and the game is tied at 2. And Thompson's going to stay in the game at first base. And now coming to the plate is the right fielder, Will Tobin.
It was a hard hit ball right at Uriah Hamilton from Hoffman. And
did he maybe hit his arm, his left arm?
And I thought
maybe
it bounced off the glove.
Sometimes you'll see that you stretch and you get.
It might have hit him. I thought it glanced off the glove. But again, it was such a bang play. It's kind of hard to see.
All right. Now batting Tobin. Squaring to bunt. Let's see if he lays it down. The Belle Fourche third baseman's come in. Now Hamilton steps off the rubber. Might be seeing what play Belle Fourche has and who's covering, and that's why he squared early. Third baseman was coming in on that last play. Now he waits and takes a pitch high for a ball.
Especially for Belle Fourche after 2 runs scored on an error. Want to throw it throw down to first. You want to make sure you collect your bearings and make sure everyone's on the same page defensively.
High and outside, and it's now 2-0 on Tobin.
Of course, game number 3 coming up right after this one. West Central, first time we'll see the Trojans. They'll take on the Win Gators.
There's a called strike, and the count now 2-1.
So both teams 2 runs here in the second inning.
Hoffman, the runner at second. Tobin takes another strike. And Uriah's come back nicely. Get the count even out at 2-2. With 1 out, we're in the bottom of the second, all tied. Both teams have scored their runs in the second inning, 2-2. Hamilton looks in for the sign from catcher Carson Hane. And the 2-2 way outside. Nice catch there by Hane. Saved a runner from advancing to third.
So now it's a full count with 1 out. Getting runners at third and second.
Pitch, swing and a miss, and the ball gets by the catcher. Was in the dirt, and it's a strikeout, but the runner's going to be safe at first, and the other runner advances up to third. Kind of swung at a bad pitch there, and gets on. So now runners at first and third, still just 1 out. A strikeout credited to Hamilton. But Tobin, who strikes out, able to advance to first. And now it's first and third, and the number 9 hitter in the lineup for MVP, Preston Nedved, the third baseman, will bat. The right-handed batter. And a tough inning for Hamilton. Fake of the bunt. Got a feeling the runner's going again. Yep, there he goes. He's going to stop.
And now we're going to
Wants to get in the pickle. We'll watch the runner from third. Here he comes to the plate, and the Bronx do it perfectly.
Nice.
They get him at home. Excellent. That was well done.
That was beautifully played by the Belle Fourche defense. Over there at second, Tate Thompson knew that he had the runner over at third, and by the time that Hoffman decided to go, quickly flipped his hips, and the throw down the Hane to pick off the lead runner for a big out number 2, and a runner sits at second.
So runner at second, count is 0-1. Nedved takes a strike, and the count evens out, or is 0-2 now on Preston Nedved, the number 9 hitter in the MVP lineup. Great execution there by Belle Fourche to get an out and save a run. Here's the pitch, swung on, little tapper back to the mound. Hamilton picks it up, takes a couple of steps, flips it underhand to Thompson at first, and that will put an end to the second inning. Good job of getting out of the inning by the Bronx. We played 2, your score, Belle Fourche 2, Mount Vernon-Plankington 2. Back with more baseball action after this timeout on KDSJ-TV.
Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedics to find out more.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
Welcome back to more VFW state tournament action here in KDSJ-TV in the center nation of Belle Fourche, South Dakota. Thanks to more of our sponsors, including Beck Law in Ipswich. Also want to thank Main Street Insurance in Hartford, Ike Law Office in Hartford. Also want to thank Dakota Community Bank in Mobridge, Gas and Goodies in Mobridge. Also want to thank our friends here in Belle Fourche at Graps Burgers and Brews. Have your choice of over 20 different burgers, also with salads, chicken strips, local domestic and imported brews on tap. And stop in after today's game at 518 National Street next to Lynn's Dakota Mart.
Wow, top of the third inning and a line drive to right field, but it's going to be an out. Leading off the third inning was David Crott. He hit that well. We got a new pitcher now for MVP. And in there now as the pitcher is Keegan Hill. He started in center, so he moves from center field to pitcher.
Van Grope now over at center, and I believe that's Preston Nedved over at
left field.
Left.
Yep. So Preston Nedved moves from third base to left field. I would assume a new third baseman, which possibly would be
Paxton. Yes, is over at third.
Yeah.
Got a quote from a company.
All right, the last pitch was a ball. 1-0, 1 out. Here's a swing and a miss. And now batting for the Bronx is Rafe Parmeter, the left fielder. Again, 2-2 is our score. We're in the top of the third inning of a 5-inning game. Pitch outside for a ball.
Here's the next pitch.
Outside.
2-1. 3-1 now for Rafe Parmeter.
And Hill in there, left-handed pitcher against the right-handed hitter. Rafe waits the pitch, swung on, hits one high and deep to left field. Left fielder heading back, tracking it, and can't come up with it. It got by him. It rolls all the way to the fence, and cruising into second with a double is Rafe Parmeter.
Now Parmeter entering this game, .333 average. In the Legion season, got 17 hits on total this summer. That's his 18th, and a double with 1 out puts him in scoring position just in time for Tate Thompson, again, who made that great play on the pickoff over to home last inning at second.
So Tate will bat with the runner in scoring position after the double by Parmeter that got past the new left fielder. Of course, Nedved had just moved from third to left field this inning. Pitch outside, gets away from the catcher. Parmeter elects not to try to advance.
Which honestly is probably not a bad idea because Feisner has proven he can wing it anywhere on the diamond from that catcher position.
So the count 1-0. Thompson, right-handed hitter. Parmeter at second. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. And the count is 1-1. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. I want to say bottom of the third because it's Belle Fourche. The home, you would think, would be the home team, but not in the tournament today. They're the visitor. Here's the pitch. The upstairs, and it's now 2-1. So Tate Thompson, chance to get the Bronx back into the lead. They led 2-0, and then back came M.V.P. with 2 in the bottom of the second. There's a ball, and the count now 3-1.
Belle Fourche out hitting M.V.P. 3-2. 2 errors by the Titans compared to just 1 for the Bronx. Both errors ended up scoring runs.
There's one swung on and fouled out of play on the right side. Counts 3-2.
Full count. Thompson's got one of the 3 hits for the Bronx at the top of the third.
And he's also scored one of the Bronx runs today, one of the 2. Now the count 3-2 on Trig Thompson. And, or I should say Tate Thompson. And grounds it to short, play at first, he's out.
It was going to be close. The shortstop, Hoffman, it was bounced right in front of him, and he was still able to stop the ball from rolling back to the outfield. Gloves it and makes the throw over to first. And they say he's safe.
Okay, somebody was showing me their phone just a second ago, so I honestly missed that last play. I did not see the play at first. So it's going to be first and third. So Thompson is safe. Tate is at first. Now it's Trig Thompson.
You try to hire good help with KDSJ-TV. This is what you get.
Swing and a miss. So runners now at first and third for the Bronx.
The wind's starting to pick up a little bit more here in Belle Fourche.
We'll pull that one down the left side, foul. Now to play.
Return on foul ball is a concession stand. Sponsored by Hills Interiors.
Still, now it's 0-2 to Trig Thompson.
Tate Thompson, the runner at first. And Parmeter at third. And there goes Thompson to second, pitch outside for a ball. Catcher looking at second, then looked back to third, maybe to make a throw. And Parmeter was back, so no throw down and a stolen base for Thompson. And runners at second and third now for Belle Fourche with 1 out and a 1-2 count on Trig Thompson. Here's the pitch from Hill. That's outside. And it's 2-2.
MVP took advantage of this exact scenario in the bottom of the second inning, where they ended up scoring 2 runs off of an error. Now Belle Fourche has a chance to respond with this exact same scenario.
And outside for a ball, and the count now 3-2.
Didn't miss it by much. Full count. A ball here loads the bases for Uriah Hamilton.
3-2 pitch, ball 4, and the Bronx now have the bases loaded with 1 out. And Uriah Hamilton will come to the plate for the Bronx.
Looks like no conference for MVP. We're just going to keep rolling with Hill. Again, the second pitcher for MVP here in their first game of the tournament.
And Nedved started, went the first inning. Now there's a swing and a miss. And the count's 0-1 on Hamilton.
Force at every single base. The double play is in play right now for MVP.
Just misses outside.
Again, it wasn't by much. Hill trying that outside bottom corner on Hamilton.
Hill into the windup. Here's the 1-1. High and outside, 2-1.
Still trying the outside on Hamilton. Uriah hasn't budged. Where does Hill go now with the 2-1?
Right down the middle, and Hamilton hits a fly ball. This could be trouble. Long run for the center fielder, and it's going to drop.
Wow.
And the runners all had to hold because they thought he might catch it, and everybody's safe, so a run's going to score.
Good job by Trig Thompson. Again, he had the hold at first. Again, that ball landed right in front of center and right behind second base. So Trig, that he was the closest base runner to being out, but he was still able to get there in time. And Parmeter scores from third, and the Bronx retake the lead 3-2 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Base is still loaded, still just 1 out. Now here comes Graham Vanderboom. It's another good baseball name.
Yes, it is. Graham awaits the first pitch with the bases juiced. It's a ball. So the Bronx have scored a run here in the top of the third, and they lead 3-2. And Hill's pitch to Vanderboom. Outside. Vanderboom, a very good defensive play here earlier on a backhand behind the bag at third and threw out a runner. Right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Ooh, way outside. And it's 2-1. Again, the base is loaded for the Bronx. Infield in on the grass. Hill's pitch to Vanderboom. Fouled back to the screen. That had you flinching, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was right back at us.
Yeah, there's a
fence
woven fence in front of us, but it's still can get you jumping.
All right, counts 2-2. Pitch to Vanderboom. All 3.
Again, another one that was just outside the corner. Hill missed it, but not by much. Outside and upstairs. Now here's the full count.
With 1 out, the pitch outside for ball 4, and that'll bring in another run for the Bronx. 2 runs in the inning, 4 in the game, and they lead it 4-2 here in the top of the third inning. Again, a 5-inning game.
It's going to have a conference for the MVP Titans, head coached by Chris Hill. As an RBI single from Uriah Hamilton, and now a walk, and I believe that will do it for Hill as he is walking back to the MVP dugout. So we'll have a new pitcher. It'll give us a chance to maybe take a little bit of a break right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube and on Facebook. Belle Fourche, 2 runs here at the top of the third, and we'll see who will be on the mound next for the Titans when we come back. KDSJ Sports.
for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
So a new hurler on the mound for the MVP Titans. It's going to be number 14, Mason DeGeest. The third pitcher for MVP here in game number 1. Believe that moves Keegan Hill back to center.
In left field, number 7, Walker Van Gorp.
And Walker Van Gorp will be at left. And second base will now be, I believe, one of the Nedved duos. I believe that will be.
First pitch from DeGeest is a strike.
Now hitting catcher.
Looks like Preston Nedved's now at second base.
Okay.
Yep, you're right. One of the Nedveds.
Yep.
Infield in, 1 out. The Bronx have scored 2 here in the third inning. DeGeest, right-handed pitcher, started the game at second base. Third pitcher already used here in the third inning for the Titans. Hill in that inning threw 23 pitches. And here's DeGeest. The 0-2 pitch just missing for ball 1. Again, there's 1 out, and the bases are full for the Bronx, who have taken the lead back here in the top of the third, 4-2. Outside, and now it's 2-2.
And MVP pitchers has been trying that outside corner against these right-handed batters from Belle. I just haven't quite been able to find that spot consistently.
That's Carson Hani batting. He hits it to center field. It's going to get a run in the way it looks. Caught by the center fielder, Hill. Tagging and coming in to score for the Bronx is Thompson. And the Bronx have taken a 5-2 lead on the sacrifice fly. Good job by Hani.
They hit it far out towards right, dead center towards center.
Gavin Pearson.
That'll bring up.
Might have got caught up in the wind a little bit, but Hill, who just left the mound, able to make the out, and that puts runners at first and second with 2 outs.
So a sacrifice fly for Hani. There's 2 outs, runners at first and second. And back to the top of the order in the center fielder, Gavin Pearson. Left-handed batter against the right-hander. DeGeest throws it in, and a swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. Pitch. Pearson hits one towards left field. Left fielder came in, now going back, and that is over his head. And 1 run will score. Here comes another. Left fielder gets it picked up, and digging for third is Pearson, and he's going to be safe.
Wow.
They've had a couple of balls that might have been misplayed a little bit. The left fielder is coming in on the ball and then had to backpedal, and that's happened twice now. And that goes all the way to the fence, and 2-run score, and the Bronx now leads 7-2.
Wow.
Shortstop, number 4.
A 2-run RBI triple by Gavin Pearson. His first hit of the day. Blows the lead now to 5 for Belle Fourche here at the top of the third.
And coming to the plate will be Kane Howard. Chance to get another run in for the Bronx here in the third with that runner at third, and he hits one to left. Left fielder down near the line, and it'll be foul over in the corner.
Gave it a ride, but just kept trailing and trailing behind the foul line.
Walker Van Gorp out there in left field. Tracking that, but ran out of room. A long strike.
Very long strike.
For Kane Howard. Count is 0-1. Runner at third is Gavin Pearson. The Geese pitch.
There, he's able to find it.
Yep. And it's now 0-2. Again, 2 outs. 5 runs home this inning for Belle Fourche. So they've answered nicely after the 2 scored by M.V.P. And here's another one hit to left field, and that is going to be over Van Gorp's head. And that is going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double and another run in. That ball was pretty well hit.
That one was smacked by Kane Howard. And the hits are piling up for the Bronx. They're going to double as the ball bounces over the fence, over the head of Van Gorp. Pearson scores from third, was not in on the base paths very long, and now with a 1-run RBI double for Kane Howard, makes it 8-2 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Again, the run rule, believe it is 12 runs after 3.
15 after 3, 10 after 4.
15 after 3, 10 after 4.
Yep. And now batting for the Bronx is David Crott with a runner at second. David, a left-handed hitter, with Howard at second.
Inside on Crott.
Count 1-0. The Geese pitch hit him. Oh, I thought it hit him. No, it bounced by him. I thought that hit him.
That's that same spot. The Geese going outside on right-handed batters, now going inside back-to-back pitches for the lefty Crott.
2-0 to Crott.
Has to get out of the way.
That one does hit him, nicks him. And he's on, so runners at first and second. And the Bronx now with 2 runners on.
And
Rafe Parmeter will come to the plate.
And that means we have batted around.
Rafe's got a double already today.
Rafe, another Belle Fourche Bronx with some power at bat.
Outside, gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance. So now the Bronx with runners in scoring position with 2 outs.
M.V.P. just seems like they can't get out of their own way.
Doesn't the wind look like it's out of their sails, right? I mean, they just kind of...
Yeah, it just seems...
Watching the catcher pick up that last ball.
Very, don't want to say defeated, but the morale is very low for the M.V.P. Titans.
Been a tough inning for him. 6 runs in already for Belle Fourche. Here's a pitch. That's hit towards the third baseman. That's off him. And he'll pick it up. He's got a chance maybe to tag out the runner coming from second. Can't get him. And another run will score, and a runner safe at first.
It was a good play by Nedved. He had a chance at it. Had to dive down to stop the ball. He does so, but had to try to track it down. And then when he realized he had a tag on base, David Crott was about hip to hip with him, and he tried diving for Crott to make the out, and David just steps out of the way, and another run scores. That makes it now 9-2.
M.V.P. just cannot get the inning to stop. 7 runs in the inning, and there goes the runner to second. Here's a pitch, and Feisner will not throw down this time, and safe at second.
I think with all things considered how this inning has gone for M.V.P., it's probably not a bad idea just to hold on to the ball and not force another possible error.
Pete Thompson batting for the Bronx takes the ball, and it's now 2-0.
1 for 2. He scored last time he was at bat.
Here's the pitch. Ball. And it's 3-0.
Walk here loads the bases again. Titans, they just need 1 out to get out of this inning.
Ball 4. And the bases are loaded. Tate Thompson with the walk. That'll bring up Trig Thompson.
Again, it's just one of those innings for M.V.P. Trig is 0 for 1 with a run scored.
And he'll step in with the Bronx now leading 9-2. We are in the top of the third. First pitch outside. Low. Ball 1. The Geese trying to get out of the inning. The third pitcher used by M.V.P. this afternoon.
Just seems like he has been able to find his spot really since the start. Now this one goes over the head of Trig Thompson. It's 0-2. And just right now, especially after that 4-pitch walk from Tate Thompson, just trying to find a spot where he can at least throw a strike.
That one Bounces in, gets past the catcher, wild pitch, and a run will score.
It's David Crott from third, and for the first time this tournament, we have a team in the double digits. It's now an 8-run lead, Belle Fourche. Their 8th run scored here at the top of the third.
And the count now 3-0 on Thompson. The other 2 runners advanced, so runners at second and third now. Pitch to Thompson. He'll take a strike. Just nicks the outside corner for the first strike. It's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 to Trig Thompson. That's low and outside. Gets away from the catcher. Thompson will draw a walk, and the bases are loaded again.
It's back to Uriah Hamilton. We got this scoring party started just a few moments ago, earlier this inning.
He has a chance to really open things up. It's 10-2 now, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Uriah Hamilton, the right-handed batter. He'll take a pitch. They might not swing until one is called for a strike right now. Count 1-0.
And that time, the Geese did not really miss it by much. Still called a ball.
Ball 2.
That one a bit outside and high. Again, the Squire on KDSJ-TV, unofficial.
When will it be official?
Got any rich donors that want to spend a couple thousand?
There's ball 3.
Because I don't, personally.
All right.
That's a Paul James question.
Yeah, I'm sure he can sell it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he can make it official.
Paul can make anything happen.
I know he can. Ball 4. That'll score another run for the Bronx. It's 11-2.
And
they're going to be probably making another pitching change. Their
Yeah.
manager's waiting for the runner to cross home plate. Now he's going to make his way to the mound.
Seems right now that there's very little confidence right now for the pitcher and really for the entire Titans team right now, because that is the 9th run scored here in the top of the third inning. And I believe about half of those have come with 2 outs.
They started Paxton Nedved, and he threw 36 pitches today. And Hill came in relief. And then now DeGeest, and they're going to keep DeGeest in there.
Nedved went 2 innings. Hill went 1/3 inning, and DeGeest has went 1/3 inning.
So the Bronx now lead by a score of 11-2.
7 walks for the Bronx offensively, and no one has struck out.
Now batting third baseman number 7, Graham Vanderboom.
Here comes Graham Vanderboom to the plate, the third baseman.
1 for 1 today.
Bases loaded with 2 outs. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Graham sees a struggling pitcher and wants to hammer at the first pitch. Swings and misses, and now we'll see what the Geese can get with the 0-1 pitch.
Hit towards the shortstop. Big hop, waiting for the second baseman to cover. Did he get there in time? Yes.
Yes, he did.
And that'll put an end to a big inning for the Bronx. They score 9 in the third, and they lead 11-2 over M.V.P. as the Titans will come to bat here in the bottom of the third on KDSJ.
To summer road trips, there's a lot your family needs to bring along. At Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, we've got the space to carry it all, and then some. Meet the lineup built for real life. The versatile Chrysler Pacifica, the powerful Dodge Durango, the refined Jeep Grand Cherokee, and the premium Jeep Wagoneer. Whether it's gear, groceries, or the entire family, these vehicles are ready for every adventure. Find the one that fits your family best at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson and Spearfish.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made to order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Welcome back to more American Legion, not American Legion baseball, VFW baseball. You know, by the end of this tournament, I'm going to get this right eventually. But,
you ever play teener baseball down there and growing up in Cody, is it Cody or Kilgore?
Cody.
Cody, Nebraska.
And to answer your question, no, I didn't play any baseball. The only baseball I played was slow pitch little kid softball every 4th of July.
Okay, how is softball considered baseball? You said the only baseball I played was softball.
The only time I held a bat and a glove in
and you played
game was, again, a little kids hangout during the 4th of July at on my neighbor's pasture while they just slow pitched softballs to us kids while all the parents sat around, drank beverages, and grilled hot dogs. I swung ropes as a kid.
What's the population of Cody, Nebraska?
About 120.
Okay.
On a good day.
All right. That was a big inning for Belle Fourche. 9 runs in the 3rd inning. They lead 11-2. Hamilton back to the mound. First pitch, swing and a miss. And that's Walker Van Gorp. Walker Van Gorp, the left fielder. He takes some rips.
Mm-hmm. So I want to thank our very own Jim Callis for tuning on KDSJ-TV. Checking out some South Dakota VFW state baseball action.
He's the guy that fired me on Eagle Country.
Well, now he can't.
Wouldn't let me and Justin Tupper do Belle Fourche football games anymore on Eagle Country.
I'm not even going to touch this one.
Here's the pitch. Takes it. Ooh, that was close. Ball. And the count 2-1 to Van Gorp. Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Titans, who trail 11-2. There's a ball.
Upstairs and high, 3-1. It's been a while since Hamilton's been able to be on the mound. He's been busy batting for about the past 15 minutes.
There's one smoked right at the second baseman, and his glove stays on. Boy, that ball was smoked by Van Gorp. He's been able to pull the ball, and he hit a line drive to the second baseman, and that's Tate Thompson.
And Thompson barely even had to move out of his stance to record the first out.
Freeze. That was right at him. So a line drive out. Here's the pitch. Clips the outside corner for a strike.
Play by Thompson, very reminiscent of my slow pitch softball days.
But he caught it.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the
I
pitch.
just stood there and let the right fielder actually do something.
Keegan Hill now batting with 1 out. He's the number 2 hitter in the M.V.P. lineup. Started the game in center field, then pitched, and now he's back in center field. Left-handed batter. Batting with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, he pokes one out towards the shortstop. Easy play there, and that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Kane Howard collecting that ball for the 2nd out.
Back-to-back line drives to the infield. First one over to second, this one over to short, and quickly 2 outs. It's going to bring up Tice Feisner.
This is what you'd like if you're Randy Dorn. Score 9 runs and then come back and get a quick inning. Defensively, here's a strike. And Hamilton's trying to get it 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
This is just the 2nd time through for M.V.P. Belle Fourche already working on their 3rd time through the lineup.
There's a ball.
Hamilton went outside and low on the left-handed batter. You come from a baseball family, Steve.
No, I was the only one in my family that played baseball. Oh, you're talking about my kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me growing up in Grand Island, Nebraska. There's a ball hit first. Thompson able to pick it up and take it to the bag, and that will be the final out of the inning. Good inning for the Bronx. 1-2-3.
Very quick inning.
They have an 11-2 lead after 3 innings. We'll be back with more on KDSJ-TV after this.
Here for years, or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
The Stadium Sports Grill is where sports fans meet in Spearfish. The stadium is locally owned and operated, and they carry the NFL ticket, NBA package, college sports pack, and stream all BHSU and Spearfish Spartan sporting events. Their famous steak tips and hand-patty burgers will satisfy any sports fan. The stadium is a full bar and grill, open daily for lunch at 11 a.m. and serving brunch on Sundays starting at 10. Plus, don't forget the scoreboard on Ryan Road next to Safeway. See you soon at the Stadium Sports Grill, Main Street, Spearfish.
Welcome back to more American Legion base. Can you stop saying that? South Dakota VFW baseball here on KDSJ-TV. And thank you to some more of our sponsors with coverage of this year's VFW state tournament action, including Burger's Place in Ipswich. It's open noon to close. Burger's Place has it all. A drive-up window. That'd be pretty handy if you really don't want to get out and talk to people. Video lottery, pools, pool darts, and more. Visit them at 337 First Avenue in Ipswich. Also want to thank... Is there a fly trying to bother you or something?
No, it's like when the ball hits the backstop. It scares me every time.
Yeah.
You got that microphone down there.
Yeah, it sounds like a thunderstorm
Yeah.
or someone just shot off a cannon, but no, it's just the ball hitting really close to external mic. Also want to thank Waring Motors in Belle Fourche, ET Sports in Belle Fourche. I want to thank 212 Trucking and Repair in Clark, South Dakota as well.
How about Main Street Insurance, Hartford, South Dakota, Ike Law Office, Hartford, South Dakota, Robin Ike. Dakota Community Bank in Mobridge, CIP Insurance Agency in Mobridge, Gas and Goodies in Mobridge, and Grand Central C-Store in Mobridge. Thank you to all of the sponsors of our coverage. New pitcher. This will be what? Is this 4 or 5? 4.
Wait,
today
yeah,
for
4.
MVP. And it's Brentley Nelson into the game, a right-hander. 11-2. Belle Fourche with the lead. Here as we go to the top of the 4th inning. And it's the catcher, Carson Hani, leading off for Belle Fourche. Okay, I was talking with Ethan DeShock yesterday. Ethan broke his foot. He's, of course, a legend here in Belle Fourche, or he tells me he is. And here's a pitch, in for a strike. Ethan said when he played baseball in Belle Fourche back in the day, he hit home runs off that grain bin out in right field.
Really?
That's what he told me.
Could he also throw a football
Oh,
over
there's
mountains?
one hit well to left field, and the left fielder going back and makes the catch, and Hani's retired.
Didn't go to the grain bin or to the new, I believe that's a bike park track out there in behind left field. But either way, first batter retired for Belle Fourche, and got to be some sort of confidence for MVP. Needs to have a quick inning defensively in order to try to dig into this 9-run lead.
There's a ground ball to second, and fielded by the second baseman. Flips to first. DeGeest making the play at second base, and good start to the inning for Mount Vernon.
2 quick outs
Yes.
for Nelson on the mound. Definitely what the Titans need. So they are running out of chances to claw back into this contest.
So Pearson retired. That'll bring up Kane Howard for the Bronx. He'll take outside for a ball. That's quite a poke to hit the grain bin.
Yeah. No, you definitely got to wind up and smoke it.
Oh, there's a foul ball. Oh, almost fair ball. The ball was high and kind of over the head of the batter, and it hit his bat. It hit Kane Howard's bat. And at first, it looked like it was going to go foul, but then you look down, oh, gosh, it's fair for a second. But then it did roll foul.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah. So he didn't get his bat down, and it nicked the bat. Now he swings and misses for strike 2, and it's 1-2.
It's actually kind of impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when Howard's standing there, that bat he's waving his back behind his head, so it's a moving target that Nelson was able to hit. It's now 1-2.
Brentley Nelson can give him a 1-2-3 inning if he gets
And
in
he
here.
does.
Swing and a miss, and that'll put an end. Took something off that one.
Yeah.
And that'll put an end to the 4th inning. It's still 11-2, Belle Fourche. We head to the bottom of the 4th here on KDSJ-TV.
This is a competitive sport. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Cheyenne Frontier Day.
From the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, Steve Ammerman, Clayson Davis. Steve Ammerman filling in for Paul James this weekend.
Filling in, or was just Paul not invited?
I don't know. Not sure.
Should ask our KDSJ-TV producer that question.
Who is our KDSJ-TV producer?
Allegedly, it's me.
Oh.
But
you have Braden Strain coming.
Yes. So he's
legendary, too, on the Cavaliers Sports Network,
yes.
St. Thomas More.
A legend.
He's big time. He's going to be here, for the next game?
I believe so, unless he just told me he didn't want to show up.
Well, he head to the bottom of the fourth. Tanner Baker, the first baseman, the cleanup hitter, leading off for M.V.P. Well, Belle Fourche scored 2 runs in the second inning. M.V.P. came right back and tied it up at 2, and then a 9-run third inning for the Bronx, and they lead it 11-2 with 2 innings to go. Again, a 5-inning game. Earlier today, Mobridge got some really good pitching, and they beat the Wynn Gators by a score of 4-2. There's a ball chopped foul on the left side.
That wind starting to pick up a little bit. Another 90-degree day, just a high of 92 degrees here in the center of the nation.
Cool day today.
Yeah. Not very often you say plus 90 degrees is cool, unless you live in Arizona or Texas.
There's a swing and a miss, and Hamilton gets another strikeout. That'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Paxton Nedved, who started the game as the pitcher for M.V.P. Now playing third base. Right-handed hitter. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth inning, and Hamilton throws the first one in for a strike. Or was that a ball?
I believe it was a strike. They called it a strike. I thought it was a ball.
The umpire agreed with me.
Okay.
No, it was a ball. My bad. There's a strike.
It was right. Okay.
So the count now 1-1 with 1 out. Hamilton looks in for a sign from Hani. Pitch. That's hit towards center field. Coming over, in towards the gap in right field, and making the catch is Gavin Pearson for the second out of the inning.
So again, after those 9 runs from Belle Fourche at the top of the third, it's been quick from both defenses.
Right. So 2 away. And Hamilton really, it's gotten tough the last couple of innings after they scored those 9 runs in the third.
And Belle Fourche gave up 2 runs on an error back in the second inning, but they've been lights out ever since.
Mason DeGeese, the batter, he started the game at second. He's pitched today. He hits one right side. Thompson taking a look at it, but it's out of play.
Please bring back all foul balls to the concession stand for Dollar.
That'll even the count out at 1-1.
It's been a bunch of foul balls this contest. I'm surprised the concession stand still has food to give out.
So Hamilton with the 1-1 pitch to DeGeest. That's foul. Nice play by the third base coach, manager of M.V.P.
It's Chris Hill, I believe, over there at third base.
And the count remains 1-2.
And Hamilton, 62 throws.
There's a ball going to get through. Right side. Nice bit of hitting by DeGeest. And he gets a base hit to right field.
I believe that's the first hit from either team since that top of the third inning.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ethan Hoffman. So Mason DeGeese with a base hit to right field. Going the other way. And Hoffman will bat. First pitch, strike.
Uriah Hamilton has done a really good job on the mound here for the Bronx. He's gone 3 2/3 innings, has only allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. No walks he's given up, and 3 strikeouts.
Next game, West Central against the Wynn Gators. Here's a ball hit towards center. And Pearson coming on and makes the catch. And that will put an end to the 4th inning. Your score after 4 in Belle Fourche. It's the Bronx up over MVP 11-2. We'll be back with more state VFW Teener Baseball Tournament action right after this on KDSJ-TV.
130th Frontier Nights lineup is locked and legendary. Starting with Treaty Oak Revival and Jesse Murph. Alex Warren with Noah Cyrus. The Red Clay Strays with Wyatt Flores. Riley Green and Trace Atkins. Blake Shelton with Avery Anna. Hardy and Cameron Whitcomb. And Zach Top with Jody Messina. 10 days, 1 legend. Frontier Nights tickets on sale now at cfdrodeo.com.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Fishers.
Welcome back to more VFW Baseball. Game number 2 of coverage of the first day of the state tournament in Belle Fourche. Of course, thank you to more of our sponsors, including ET Sports, where apparently something big is coming to ET Sports. Keep your eyes and ears open so you are in the know. ET Sports, your Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, and a bad dealer in the area. Remember, my family serving your family since 1964. ET Sports, off Highway 85 in Belle Fourche.
David Crott leading off the 5th inning for Belle Fourche. Takes the ball. Back on the mound for his 2nd inning, Brentley Nelson. 1-2-3, his only inning for MVP. And a swing and a foul tip, or foul ball off to the left side, and the count now 1-1 on the Belle Fourche right fielder.
You get 9 runs in the 3rd inning for the Bronx. Has been the major difference. Both teams scored 2 in the 2nd, and both teams have been scoreless everywhere else as Crott swings and misses on a pitch that fell outside and low for a 1-2 count.
David 1 for 2 today, has a ribby, and he has scored a run. Here's the pitch from Brentley Nelson. Goes ball 2.
Outside and high.
Good eye, David, good eye.
So the count 2-2 on David Crott. Swings and a slow roller off the mound. Nelson, throw, didn't get him. That was very similar to the play that we saw in the first game that scored 2 runs when there was base runners on. Just hit them where they ain't, and Crott did and was able to race down the line and beat the throw from Nelson.
Didn't hit it very hard. It just glanced off the top of the bat and dies in that infield grass, and Crott showed enough speed in order to get to first, and now we're yelling at someone.
So Crott safe at first, and that'll bring up Rafe Parmeter, the left fielder. Rafe today is 1 out of 2. He's got a walk, and he's scored 2 runs. 11-2 Bronx. Here's the pitch from Nelson outside. Runner at first is Crott. Nobody out here. Top of the 5th inning. Pitch sails over his head. Got his bat down. It didn't hit his bat. And it's now 2-0. Really got to time Nelson. He just brings it in very slow. And here's a pickoff play at first by the catcher. Throws down and back easily is Crott.
3-0 now for Rafe Parmeter.
Here's Nelson's pitch. Finds the strike zone taken. And now it's 3-1. Parmeter swings and misses. He took a healthy swing of that one.
That one was right over the top of the plate, too.
He is going for the Ethan DeShock grain bin on that one. 3-2.
That is a long ways away, too.
Yeah, Ethan's got a lot of power. Here's ball 4.
For those on KDSJ-TV wondering where that grain bin is,
Now batting second baseman number 18.
it's a distance.
I don't believe Ethan, honestly.
My next question was, well, could he throw a football over mountains, too?
Oh, he says he probably could. I think he was a quarterback for the Bronx back in the day. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Ooh, almost hit the runner. Kind of shields the ball from the shortstop, and he can't come up with it. Nice bit of base running there by Crott. Kind of stood in front of the shortstop. The ball didn't hit him, and Hoffman couldn't get a handle on it. The bases are going to be full.
There's a little bit of a jump right over the ball, and just enough for the shortstop, and Hoffman not able to track it down. Bases loaded, no outs. Dangerous territory now for MVP. Now you could be possibly thinking about getting run ruled.
And the first pitch is a strike. Trig Thompson, the first baseman, batting for the Belle Fourche Bronx. Trig's got a hit and 3 at-bats. He's walked. He's scored 2 runs. And he swings and fouls that one out of play. In our next game, we'll pit West Central against the Wynn Gators. We've seen Wynn Gators already today. They had a good game with Mobridge earlier, our first game. Lost 4-2. Here's Nelson's pitch to Thompson. Foul straight back.
That makes it now 0-2 to Trig.
Did I call him Tate?
Believe so.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'd be lying if I said I've never
Whoa,
done
he
that.
smokes that one into
Wow.
left center field. And that is going to be in the gap. 1 run in. Here comes another. And
Way
a
back.
double.
Way back to the fence.
2-run double for Thompson. Trigg now with 4 RBIs today. That one was hit well. That's kind of into the wind.
Yeah. If there wasn't any wind, you almost wonder if that one would have cleared the fence. It's not a tall fence out there. I'd say it's about maybe 6 feet tall.
So a 2-run double for Thompson. That'll make it 13-2. Belle Fourche here in the top of the 5th.
With no outs and runners at third and second.
And Nelson's pitch to Hamilton. Ooh, nice backhanded play at third by Nedved. Gets up, throws, got his man. That was a good play.
That was a wicked catch over there at third by Nedved. Backhands it.
Nedved seems to be shaken up a little bit, too. He's kind of limping, favoring, I think, his right leg. I noticed that earlier. That was not an easy play.
That's going to be out number 1. Runners stay planted at second and third. Here comes Graham Vanderboom.
And the pitch is outside. Vanderboom, he's 1 for 2 today. He's driven in a couple and scored a run. And a solid game offensively for the Bronx, who now lead 13-2. Pitch over the head of Vanderboom. They're going to send the runner from third and another run home, and it's now the Bronx up by 11, 13-2. No, actually 14-2. That's their 3rd run of the inning. Of course, you take out the run rule now as we're in the last inning.
Yep.
So 14-2. Runner at third. Pitch outside to Vanderboom, and the count is 3-0.
Again, just with 1 out. Also want to thank Pete's Clothing Hodge Bootery in Belle Fourche, as well as American Colloid Company in Belle Fourche and in Colony, Wyoming.
Vanderboom fouls that one back. The Bronx next game will be roughly at 6:30 tonight against the Area Dinos. I understand they're going to be watching a movie after the game on the scoreboard out there. Yeah, very
they're
nice.
watching the Sandlot, I think is what it is.
There's one rip foul down the left side. And it remains, well, it is 3-1 now on Vanderbilt. 3-2, I'm sorry. So Vanderboom batting with one out here and a runner on third. Hits one into center field. Long run for the center fielder, Hill. It's kind of into right center field. He can't come up with it. It drops, and another run will score. And it's 15-2, Belle Fourche.
Drake Thompson makes the easy trot from third to home, and is now a 13-run lead.
Hill had to come a long way. He was kind of over and shaded towards the left field, and that ball was in right center. Just could not quite get to it.
So now
Carson Honey, the catcher, bat. Fouls one off. Carson today is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Just looking at the lineup, Carson is the only player for the Bronx without a hit. So he's looking to become the 9th player to get a hit today for the Bronx. Counts 0-2.
Down 0-2. The Bronx total, not just 9 hits, but 12 RBIs. Good for 15 runs.
Pitch, swung on. Oh, back to the screen.
Thought it was coming right back to me.
And it's 0-2 on Honey. Swing and a miss. And he'll be out. Runner on first, so they don't have to throw down with the base being occupied with less than 2 outs. And that is the second out of the inning.
Number 24.
Going to get a pinch hitter, Macon Browning. Going to get his first plate appearance today for Belle Fourche. He'll be batting for Pearson.
Back to the top of the order for the Bronx, I believe for the 4th or 5th time today.
Browning swings and misses at the first pitch, and it's 0-1.
5th time today through the order for Belle Fourche.
Caught the outside corner. 0-2.
Of course, game number 3 coming up here on KDSJ Sports. It'll be the first game of session 2 on KDSJ-TV. So this stream will end, and we'll get picked back up with stream number 2 of the 3 streams today.
So the count now 1-2. Macon Browning, his first at bat today. Ball outside in the dirt. 2-2. 2 outs. 9-run third inning really opened things up for the Bronx, and they took an 11-2 lead, and now they've added 4 runs here in the 5th for a 15-2 lead. Ball high, and it's full at 3-2.
And still 2 outs.
And there goes the runner on 3-2, swing and a miss, and that will put an end to the 5th inning for the Bronx. But they come up with 4 runs, and they now lead by a score of 15-2. Last at bat for M.V.P. We'll be back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
This is a competitive sport. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of tons. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
Welcome back to the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Fall City Construction in Humboldt, South Dakota. If the unexpected has happened and you need fire or water restoration or a remodeling project, contact Fall City Construction, 605-838-6708, or check them out on Facebook. That's Fall City Construction Humboldt. Thank you to them for being one of our sponsors. And we'll be seeing the West Central Trojans coming up in our next game as they take on the Wynn Gators. Brentley Nelson, the pitcher right now, the 4th pitcher used today by M.V.P., leads off the bottom of the 5th inning. And back for his 5th inning is Uriah Hamilton. That was his 67th pitch thrown today. And the next one is in for a strike. So 15-2, Bronx.
Need to have a run of a lifetime for MVP.
There's a ball. And the count now 2-1 on Nelson. Leading off the 5th inning. Again, the games today, 5 innings. Swing and a miss. And the count now 2-2.
Of course, game 3 between Wynn, Warner, Ipswich, Northwestern, and first time we'll see West Central be immediately following this contest.
Hamilton raring back, misses with that, and it's 3-2. Hamilton today has allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts. He has not walked anybody until now, as Nelson draws the walk to lead off the top of the 5th inning.
Hamilton, that was his 72nd pitch this contest. The only pitcher for Belle Fourche. Now we'll have a courtesy runner for the Titans, number 6.
Now hitting right fielder number 12, Preston Nedved.
That would be Alex Rojas.
Yes.
And Preston Nedved now the batter for MVP, with Rojas running at first. Hamilton's first pitch swung and fouled off on the right side near home plate.
It's the last baseball broadcast, last few baseball broadcasts this season for KDSJ-TV and KDSJ Sports. Before we know it, Steve, it'll be high school football and high school volleyball and Black Hill State University football right around the corner. KDSJ Sports.
What's the first games for high school football? Isn't it like August 21st?
Yes. It's a little bit earlier this year.
Yeah, it's almost a month away.
But
there's a ball fouled out of play.
You believe you get to head to, what's your first football game?
For Black Hill State?
Well, for KOTA.
KOTA, our first one is the 21st, and it's in Rapid City. We're doing Rapid City Christian and Chamberlain.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Rapid City Christian now Class 11B, joining their private school rivals, and St. Thomas More just won the state championship last year.
Preston Nedved swing and a miss, and that's the 5th strikeout this afternoon for Uriah Hamilton. First out of the 5th inning. Oh.
I don't think he's happy on that
No,
strikeout.
Greg Warren warns them not to throw their equipment. I think the batter maybe threw his helmet as he went back to the dugout. Greg Warren, I remember him from his days in Gregory, South Dakota.
Left fielder number 7.
That goes way back. All right, here's Walker Van Gorp batting. He takes some reps. He swings and misses at the first one. It's 0-1.
First KDSJ-TV football broadcast will also be, actually, I think it's the second week. Week 2 for Class B, but week 1 for Class AA. I believe that will be August 28th.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be in Watertown.
Oh, you love that trip. You get home early?
Yeah, early as in 4 in the morning.
That's what I mean. Just day's starting.
Oh, yeah.
There's a pitch missing for a ball, and it's 1-2. Van Gorp is 0 for 2 today.
And the Spearfish at Watertown for week 1 for Class AA football.
Inside for a ball.
2-2 count. Our first fall sports broadcast will actually be that same
Volleyball?
week. Yes, Spearfish volleyball hosting Rapid City Central.
Oh, the Cobblers. 2-2. Oh, he hits one left side this time. Long run for the left fielder, and it's going to drop foul. We've been seeing him pull the ball down the right field side, Van Gorp, but that time he went left, and it's a foul ball. And the count evens at 2-2. That might be it for Uriah Hamilton pitch count as Randy Dorn comes to the mound.
That was his 80th throw, and yeah, Hamilton will be done for Belle Fourche, going 4 1/3 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, walked 1, and struck out 4. And we'll see who head coach Randy Dorn puts on the mound next, and it looks like it's going to be Rafe Parmeter from left field. So as he warms up, we'll take a break. Hear the power of love by Huey Lewis in the news. Belle Fourche leading this one 15-2. Back after this.
Invites you to try the new menu items now being offered at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. Watch the action as you dine inside the Gold Dust Casino with tables overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 210 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. And use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting golddustdeadwood.com.
In a land of clutter and chaos, the Container Queen has you covered. At False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, we've got premium containers and custom sheds fit for royalty. Whether you want to buy new or used, she can handle the delivery. High cube, side doors, double doors, you name it, she's got it. Visit fbcccontainersandstorage.com or call today. False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, home of the Container Queen.
Missing a meal just like
From the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, new pitcher Rafe Parmeter has come in to pitch. Great effort today by Uriah Hamilton, and he'll move over to first base now. We have 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Count is 2-2. Still batting is Walker Van Gorp, and now the count 3-2. So Parmeter with a runner at first from the stretch. Pitch inside, that'll be, that's ball 4.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Van Gorp just wants to hit, but he draws a walk. So they'll have runners at first and second. The pinch runner Rojas moves over to second, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Keegan Hill. Keegan Hill today 0 for 2, left-handed batter. Parmeter from the stretch. Pitch high. Parmeter, right-hander. Going to close this out. The Bronx up 15-2. Pitch high and outside. And it's 2-0. First game today, it was Mobridge beating Wynn Gators by a score of 4-2. Parmeter from the stretch. Pitch inside, and it's now 3-0. He's a pitch away from walking the bases loaded here in the 5th inning with just 1 out.
Catcher Tice Feasner next as well.
Pitch caught the inside corner for strike 1.
Of course, game 2 coming up between the Wynn Gators, and this one is going to be drove out towards Kraut at right, and he does make the catch. And the runners are going to stay planted at first and second.
Well, he had a strong throw, too. Rojas not going to third, not tagging up at second, but Kraut threw a bullet back into the infield after making that catch for the second out.
Feisner.
So 2 away, down to just 1 out, 1 at bat, possibly, for MVP here. And that'll bring up the catcher, Tice Feisner. Feisner today, he's 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter. Pitch by Parmeter, in there for a strike. It's 0-1. MVP will play again at 3:30. Does it feel like it's 6 or 7 o'clock at night right now instead of what
feels like it should be 4. Right now it's about 2:30, 2:23.
They will play in after the next game.
Yeah, Game 3 was supposed to start at 2, and don't think that's going to happen.
It is 15-2 Bronx with 2 out here in the last inning. And Feisner hits one to right field. Crod is under it, and that will do it. The Bronx Open pool play with a win here in the State VFW Teener Baseball Tournament. 15-2. Final score, Bronx get the win over MVP. We'll take a timeout and be back to wrap this game up right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Now you don't have to. The Millstone Family Restaurant can fill that void. From a hearty home-style breakfast served all day to daily specials to the soup and salad bar, the Millstone is your place for classic comfort food made fresh all day long. Locally owned and operated, the Millstone is part of the Spearfish community. Don't be shy. Pull up a chair at our table. Whether you're a local or if you're only in town for the weekend, make yourself at home at the Millstone Family Restaurant off I-90 exit 12 in Spearfish.
For 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC-certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
Cheyenne. Welcome back to American Baseball, but VFW State Tournament action here on KDSJ-TV. Belle Fourche taking Game 2, 15-2 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Clayson Davis and Steve Ammerman in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. And 2 games down, and Belle Fourche, the biggest win so far. And Steve Ammerman, your thoughts on game number 2?
Good job by the Belle Fourche bats. They executed well, too. Remember, they had that play early in the game. They just made plays today, and then they really got their bats going, had that big inning after the 2 runs scored by M.V.P. to get the game tied, but they responded, and really Hamilton, after just allowing those 2 runs in that 1 inning, he really settled down, and he was very good on the mound today. So a nice win to open for Belle Fourche. Always nice to get that win to open pool play up, and they got one today. And a lot of bats. I mean, everybody, 10 batters today for Belle Fourche, and 8 of them got hits. So that was very impressive.
Yes, as Belle Fourche scored first in the contest in the top of the 2nd, and then MVP responded with 2 more, and then a massive 9-run 3rd inning blew this game open 11-2. Belle Fourche added 4 more insurance runs in the 5th. And Hamilton and the defense kept everyone else at bay the rest of the way to make it 15-2. That will do it for this stream. Session 1 over with. Session 2 starting in a matter of moments between West Central and Wynn. And that game will start here in a few moments. But again, that will end this stream on KDSJ-TV. If you want to stay up to date and whenever we go live with another sports broadcast, go ahead and follow us on Facebook at Black Hills Gold Hits KDSJ, and also subscribe to KDSJ-TV on YouTube as well. For Steve Ammerman and Clayson Davis, see you guys with Game 3 between the Wynn Gators and West Central coming up next on KDSJ Sports.